Good evening, everybody. We are here for our Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign, the Hel King Saga. That's Hell with one L, not the plane of existence. Okay, very different thing. So we have here our adventurers, our heroes, or villains, or, you know, anti-heroes, whatever they want to be when they decide what they want to be. So just to briefly kind of go over whom is whom. All right, we all know Lore Spire, got him. Okay. We also have with us Ares, who plays Baldur's Gate with me on Tuesdays and sometimes other days if we can reschedule it. Yeah. We have Sonic, who has done the music for this and other things that I have done on the channel and has played games with me during Back 4 Blood, Game of Life, Wildermyth, lots of stuff. So he's here as well. We have Reverie, who is someone that I connected with through Novamaid's chat. And we've talked a lot since Novamaid and I have become streamer friends, and he was happy to join us for this game as well, which I'm very excited for. And then, hold on a sec. Okay, yeah, we're good. Cool. And we have Sam, who is a frequenter of Lore Spire's channel, who I've gotten to connect with as well, and has joined our game here with Lore Spire. So very, very cool to see some peeps that have played games with me, fellow streamers, and people that I have connected with in chats, which is awesome. What up, Lord Bovin? What up, Igor? What up, everybody? It's an exciting time, for sure. This game, the Hel King Saga, okay? Before everyone kind of introduces their characters, what you guys need to know, what the party knows, is that they are called here by a self-important person who collects rare magical artifacts, and they are here to hunt down one of those artifacts for him in exchange for continuing contract to hunt down further magical artifacts, and of course pay. So that's why they're here in the Frozen Frontier. Okay, a wild place, not even on known maps of Glorian even. Okay, literally look up a map, you can't see it, it's off to the right at the tippy top, it doesn't exist. Okay, but it's here, the Frozen Frontier. So we'll kind of go around and just, you know, name, class, race, kind of who you are a little tiny bit. Lore Spire, you can kick us off first, buddy.
Alright, I'm playing Gnit Nibblesmith, who is a Jenny-blooded gnome sorcerer. He's very young. I think I decided on 24 for his age. He's got a wandering mind. He always looks at the brighter side of things, is always happy, chipper, has a love of life and adventure. And that's pretty much Gnit. If you want to know more, backstory's on the Discord. You can go check it out.
All right, Ares, take us away.
Yeah, so I'll be playing Iginius Gracchus, the noble bastard son of an old Shalaxian family. I'm playing a magus, and he's very disciplined and by the books and lawful, and don't get in his way, as if you get in his way or the party's way, there will be hell to pay.
Nice. All right, Sonic, go for it.
Well, good evening. My name is Julius Fornita. I would identify myself as a motivational speaker and personal life coach. As an Arctic elf at 110 years of age, I've probably had almost as much life experience as the rest of my party members combined, with one key exception, which you'll be hearing about shortly. While I did consciously uncouple from my druidic order because of a disagreement regarding the role of pecuniary recompense in our work, I am, to this day, a druid of nature with a particular affinity to woodland animals, and I am very grateful to have yet another day of new experiences and new knowledge.
All right, Rev. You're muted.
Oh, got it. Okay. Well, my character is named Raven, and he has a anti-magical background. He's an oracle, you know. He's from a noble house, but one of the lesser nobles. And his family is, from a young age, wanted him to enter the army, the military, and take command of soldiers in battle. So he was trained in the gun and sword. That's why he was trained in that. And then he had an innate talent for some of the magic that he uses. So that's why he ended up going and pursuing the path of the Oracle as well.
All right, and Sam.
My character is Rayvinda, Shorncliffe. What to tell about her? She's a very tall and very dark-skinned elf with whitish hair, but is not a drow. She's also 1,023 years old. And that's about all she knows, other than she carries a very large sword that's almost as tall as she is, with the word Soulmerl on it. And Gnit is the one who helped name her when she woke up after some sort of shipwreck. Other than that, she doesn't know much. She's a cleric rogue of Nethys and believes she's a Tomb Raider.
Cool. So, that is our cast of adventurers here in the game. And we're just going to dive right in here. So, here we go. It has been a number of days, almost a week's time sailing across the Lake of Mists and Veils. Okay, you guys were sailing from a port on the other side, on the western side. You guys sailed eastward to the frozen frontier. And at the frozen frontier, you guys are taking a stop at Fort Mantarin, which is, as far as you guys know, the only sort of settled main hub in the entire frozen frontier. It's vastly unexplored, which makes it a prime spot for Atlanteus, our magical artifact hunter, to gather and collect what he can here. So as you guys sail into the dock is an overstatement. More like really long planks of wood that you guys are sailing to. And as you guys, dock in, everyone makes their way out of the ship, and you guys see this kind of fort for what it is, which is, the outside, the external, the walls themselves, really heavily built stone. You've got wooden barricades and a giant wooden door for the fort. On the outside, it looks very built and put together. But as you make your way into it, which isn't very far, because this isn't like a hustling dock quarter where you can take your time at shops or anything. It's planks of wood, and you get off and you go in through the doors, and it is empty in here. There are shacks and tents that people seem to be going in and out of. It's not very populated. It looks like a closer to more of a tribe or clan size group of people. It's not very loud. It's pretty quiet, actually. There's just not a whole lot going on here. And amongst all of this, you can see what seems to be a newly constructed, almost an estate, kind of in the center of the entire fort. Which the description of matches what Atlanteus told you guys to meet him at, in his Whitestone Manor. So that is that. If anyone wants to have a look around, talk to any of the locals, or do anything, you may. Otherwise, the manor's pretty close. There's not a lot of space in this fort either. It's pretty compact.
So the fort looks like it was built a long time ago by someone who clearly had an interest of making some position of power here, right? But
Yes.
then, so it's fallen into like a lot of disrepair since then. So the stone formations are good, but the wooden support structures, not so much.
It's kind of like the stone walls were still here, and inside there was almost nothing, and they just have very quickly put up together tents and shacks to like live here. It's like this group of people are squatting here almost.
Okay. Are there any like staples made of wood, or like then the dock coming in?
Yeah, there's a small stable where they've got some pretty pretty beefy like draft horses that look like they could easily survive here. But only a couple of them.
Are there any symbols of nobility on this Whitestone Manor?
No obvious symbols. There is still like a lot of scaffolding going on. This was clearly like the newest addition to this location. Safe assumption to make that Atlanteus came here and was like, I'll pay you guys lots of money if you guys build me an estate to live here.
Alright.
So that's kind of what that's going for. It's very new and really well built compared to everything around it. But no,
Is there anyone minding the door?
yeah, no barrels or no banners or heraldry or anything yet.
Is anyone minding the door to the manor? Can we just go up?
There's
and
no
knock,
one,
or
no guards or anything.
Shall we? I turn to the rest of the party.
Yeah, this place looks amazing. Let's go, guys.
I know.
As
I'll
always,
move at
I
the back
admire
of
your
the group.
positivity.
It certainly looks like something.
All right, well, let's hurry up.
I'm keeping my eye out in case anybody's following us or watching us overly much.
Well, I'm sure we're drawing some attention.
Gnit's hurriedly moving towards the door
Calmly
or
walk
gate
up and
entrance.
give it a good old knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and someone that looks kind of like a local, pretty young, opens the door from the other side and is like, "Huh?"
How well dressed is he?
He's like, they're dressed in like very like cold weather winter garb. Think like, if you think like what the wildlings wore in Game of Thrones, like really wrapped up in furs and leathers and things. He's just like, "Who are you?"
Iginius Gracchus. Your master Atlanteus set for us.
My master?
Is
Oh.
he not your master?
I don't have a master. I'm just here putting the just here, laying down the furniture for this guy. I guess Atlanteus is his name. I don't really know. He just came in with a bunch of money and was like, "Here, build me this." And
Is he here?
I think he's upstairs.
You think, or he's upstairs?
I think.
All right. Well, only one way to find out.
May I come in?
Oh yeah, I don't live here.
Walk in past him, following Gnit.
Gee, thanks for letting us in, guy. What do we see inside?
All right, inside. I actually have something for this.
Fancy.
I don't remember which one it is.
Or maybe it's just bare bones. I don't know.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
Could be worse.
There you go. Ignore this part. There's no dead bodies on the ground. Okay. So so when you guys go in, this is kind of what you see initially. You guys would have entered around here, this door here. People are like working out here, doing things. You come in.
If you're moving your mouse on the screen,
Yeah,
can't see it.
I don't see anything.
Yeah,
You're talking about the door at the
I can't see
bottom,
it.
right?
You guys can't see my cursor because I can see other people's
No.
cursors.
Mm-mm.
I can see everybody's
No.
cursor but mine.
I don't see anybody's.
Rip.
I don't see
Okay.
anyone's either.
Let me see if I do this. You guys
Yep,
see it
there we
now?
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
everybody's
Okay.
now.
I
scrolled
was
out.
presenting. It didn't want me to present.
Okay.
All right. So
Sure is it?
this door right here. You guys came in through
Okay.
these doors. And the as you guys come in, this is kind of what you see is just a table with some like food that clearly needs to be stored properly. There's
Or Ethan?
yeah, there's different doors that are kind of opening and closing as people kind of go in and out working through places. You can see, beds being set up, different furniture being set up. The stairs are around this corner over here, back here, that lead upstairs. But yeah, otherwise this is the downstairs for you guys.
There's nobody else in here.
There's people like in and out walking around carrying stuff.
Okay, just-
They're like setting up the inside. Yeah, so they're moving in through the doors, the different rooms, setting up furniture, getting the kitchen area set up, which is kind of where you guys entered here. It's just like a table and there's cabinets being worked on and places to store the food and whatnot.
All right. Well, Nick cups his hands and looks towards the stairs. Hello, Atlanteus, we're here! He bellows and starts walking in that direction.
Follow him.
Good.
I look around to see if anyone cares.
Yeah.
No one seems to pay you guys any mind, or anything like that. Like, no one's really giving you guys any weird looks, and no one's stopping to question you, or anything. Which is, can be suspicious in itself, depending on how you think about it, but that's up to you.
Bunch of armed people walk inside, and they're not,
Yeah.
At least somewhat.
I'd let
confused.
them go too.
All right.
That's fair.
So you guys make your way through the upstairs. You can see the staircase up here. And this is, like, the upstairs was clearly put together first before the downstairs furniture was set up, which makes sense because otherwise that furniture is in your way. And there's really nice bedrooms put together. Nice bedding for what this place seems to be. Not nice in like certain standards, like Iginius and Raven. You guys have definitely seen a lot nicer before, so. But it's nice compared to what you walked into when you walked in the fort.
Anything beats a ship's hold, man.
Yes, also that. And as you guys kind of walk in, coming through this door, as he hears just an adventurers group's worth of footsteps in this estate, is this really posh looking guy. Like his clothes, uh one thing that you notice is while very very nice, very well tailored, very expensive looking, they don't seem ignorant of where you guys are. He seems appropriately dressed for the cold weather, but finds a way to make it look really nice and like he is above everyone else at the same time.
He's wearing very fancy furs and
Yes, exactly. And he's got like this kind of longer black hair that's like almost shoulder length but not quite, and it's very neatly kept. And he has, he's got kind of like a rugged gentleman's type of like close shaven like beard and like facial hair kind of around going on. He looks very well taken care of. And he sees all of you, and he's kind of got like that look where he's like looking down on everyone kind of thing. And it's just like, so you must be the adventurers that I had sent the offer to. I'm glad you were finally able to make your way here. Please, step in to my room at the time being. And he opens the door and offers you guys to go in ahead of him.
Is it morning?
All right.
It's kind of like late morning.
What's a proper salutation? Good morning, sir. Yes, the adventuring party as requested. Iginius, Gracchus, Gnit, Julius, Raven, at your service.
He like kind of just like is just like nodding along, like sure, your names. You all have names and all of that. Yes, sure. But he's just like, splendid, wonderful. Please come in. We have much to discuss.
Direct to the point. I like it.
So you guys all shuffle in.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah, no worries.
shuffle in.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
follow
wait
along.
for you guys to like tell me every time that you're going into a place. If it's obvious you guys are all going in, I'll just do it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
So you
Shuffle
guys-
inside the room.
Yeah, you guys all come into this room. He's like, he closes the door and he kind of has his hands together as he's talking. He's like, great, you're here. Wonderful. Now, the Hel Skura. That is what I am sending you after. And as I said before, upon the retrieval of this artifact, I will have 2 others that I will contract you for to retrieve for me as well. The Helskura, as I've said, is an ancient sword. I personally don't know much about it, other than I've heard rumors myself and tracked those rumors to the frozen frontier. These people that are here are last-ditch remnants of an ancient people that used to be here a long time ago, called the Svens. And this is the last of them. They're almost extinct. They will probably go extinct, but that's not what's important. What's important is that they had ancient artifacts during their time that they used during their war with the dwarves that used to exist here as well. And these artifacts were so powerful that not only did they defeat the dwarves, but the dwarves themselves all vanished completely. Now that sounds like something I would love to have in my collection.
And we can do it. I should warn you and should caution you, apprise you of the situation, whatever. We were attacked on the way here by a mysterious group of spellcasters, individuals of some innate power. Teleported around, convinced, mind controlled, and a whole bunch of civilians and commanded them to attack us. Just minor civilians, whatever, they were not an issue for us. But just so you know, there is some organization that seems bent on keeping this out of your hands.
I see. Good to know. I appreciate the information. I will look into this organization and see what my contacts can pull out for me.
Hey, don't forget they weren't all bad. I mean, that one did save you when the weird guy in the cloak was about to shoot you.
Well, they had very weird tactics, choices. It seems they're not very well organized or have a weird sense of honor. Regardless.
Well,
Yeah, it wasn't very nice to turn those people against us.
well, I always say that if people are trying to stop you from going somewhere, that you're usually on the right track. So that bodes well for
Well
us. Now, and he kind of whips out this map of the frozen frontier, which you guys can see on the Miro board. We have here the map, the known map. As you can see, there are no real locations marked on it so far, save for Fort Mantarin itself. Now, the location of the Hellskura, I'll be honest, I have not been able to narrow it down further than it is here in the Frozen Frontier. So I'm hoping that you guys will be effective at being able to find it for me using what knowledge we may get from the leader of the fort here. But I will not stop trying either. I will do my part, and I will try to find, rumors and other texts and see what I can sniff out in terms of narrowing its location further. But I'm hoping that your exploration will reveal more than my books and dusty old tomes will.
Do you have any leads?
I don't have any leads for the sword itself, but the leader here, the leader, bump here, Skill Ramonda. Skill is one of their titles. I don't really know what it means. But she is kind of the person in charge. They don't really seem to like people in charge. They're more of, we kind of all do things together, kumbaya type situation. But she seems to be the one who knows what's going on around here. And she seems to have some leads on some things around the surrounding area. Whether or not they pertain to the sword, I don't know. But there are at least points of activity happening in the area that might be useful to you as you explore and adventure. And hopefully that will lead to further leads. And unfortunately, that's all the information that I have right now.
Where can we find Skill Ramonda?
She, it wouldn't be really hard to find her. This is not a very big place. I'm sure she's just out there, pointing and yelling at people to move things into places. I'm unsure.
Oh. Okay.
Well, sir, I must say that I admire your optimism and your adventuring spirit. However, you mentioned a somewhat unsavory anecdote about dwarves. Please tell me, do you have any particular racial animus?
No, my opinion on people in general is all very much the same, in which I prefer powerful objects to the company of people themselves. but I don't have like rankings of different kinds of people or anything like that. I don't really care enough to do so.
I do.
Care
Igor.
to share?
Make a reflex save.
Or
Or be canceled for racism.
Oh.
Oh man.
Would
I
you
got it.
care to share your racial animus, friend? Although I hesitate to ask.
The only good orc.
What
a
is
dead orc.
what is it against? Oh my goodness. I mean, from what I've seen, I can't disagree.
Yes, well, I don't think you'll find any orcs here in the frozen frontier, as they tend to prefer more temperate wasteland climates.
They
Shame.
prefer their wastelands to be warm.
So, shouldn't be an issue. Lovely. Is there anything else you need from me, or are we settled?
Some payment up front to get supplies would be great.
Right. Payment up front and supplies. You see, it's not one of my favorite things, and also not something I'm sure the fort can necessarily help out with. But I understand you guys don't look the most equipped for the cold weather here. So I will go ahead and give you all in total 50 gold up front. That's 10% of what each of you would normally have. So actually, I can't do that math. What's 50 gold out of like 500 per person? I don't fucking know. Okay.
8 1/3.
It's 10%.
That's if you
gold
guys
out
were
of
getting
500.
500 total. He's giving the whole
Per
party
person.
50 gold.
Right
Yes,
now,
10.
or
Yes,
So
you're
10 for
getting
each.
50 gold for the whole party. So you're
Right,
getting
10 for each.
10 gold each. So that's 5%? No.
if the final payment's going to be 500
Yes.
total,
Then 10 gold is
500
is
each.
It's 500 total. It's 500 each, and you guys are each getting 10
yes.
gold basically
That's-
right now.
2%.
2%. I hate math. Okay.
Sounds right.
Why do I play tabletop games when I hate math? I don't know. Listen, okay, so yes, everyone gets 10 gold. Essentially.
Thank you.
There you go.
It's a good investment.
Yes. Can't imagine whatever clothes you buy here will cost more than that.
I already showed up with winter clothing, so hey,
So hey, that's 10 gold in your pocket.
I'm a smart elf.
Yeah, did we divide up? You guys divided up the gold from the practice sesh, right? We did that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay, great. Yes, that's a word problem. That's some like quantitative reasoning shit, and I hated that class. So
Jimmy had 27 watermelons.
no, you shut up with your watermelons. Okay, so you guys, we're not gonna. I don't like to role play out shopping too much, unless it's like very important story-based shopping kind of stuff. So if you guys want to buy winter clothing and you didn't already have winter clothing, you can go ahead and look up what that costs, subtract it from your money. I trust you. Do what you want to do. If you don't want to buy anything, don't buy anything.
It should be 4 silver.
There you go. Thank you, Lore. 4 silver for winter clothing. Take it or don't. Up to you. Not gonna find weapons or much else here to buy because it's usually it's a pretty self-sustaining place.
All right, I'm good. I already have my winter clothing, so
Good job, team.
I'm just gonna thank Atlanteus and skip on outside.
Great.
We'll be in touch. Oh, speaking of being in touch, is there any sort of communication system nearby? Carrier birds, runners
That's a-
between settlements?
Good question.
Okay. You guys can.
I'm asking Atlantis. Is there some kind
Oh,
of
you're asking
communication
Atlantis.
network?
Great.
Yeah.
I believe they kind of, if any sort of deliveries or mail needs to be sent, they put it in crates and bags and ship it over with the boat.
Oh no. On this continent, on this side of the lake, is there any sort of communication network? People on horseback, runners, mail carriers. Is there some way we can report to you from the field if we have a development and we've learned something?
Ah, yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. I hadn't thought of that because this place is, what it is. But that's a great idea. And he kind of like claps his hands, and one of the random younger dudes who's like carrying furniture comes in, and he's like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "I will happily pay you just however much money you want to be my personal delivery boy." And the guy just like drops the furniture he's carrying, and he's just like, "All right." And
He's gonna get this kid killed.
he just kind of like sits down and is just like standing by. He's like, problem solved. There you go.
Did whatever he was holding just break?
Actually, no.
Drop.
Despite the shambling shacks and the, tents and whatnot, everything that is made here is like masterfully crafted. Like, if there's one thing these people seem to be able to do, it's this like really high-end looking furniture, and even this estate's personal stonework that's new is really like on par with what some like dwarven nations would be able to accomplish. Like, everything is very skilled. It just seems like the shacks are the way they are and the tents are the way they are because they simply don't care. They are happy living in squalor when everything else they make is really, really nice.
That's very curious.
I'm going to approach Rayvinda and say, "My friend, while I take some exception to broad aphorisms of the kind that you expressed, I am loath to disagree with my elders. So on this subject, perhaps we can agree to disagree."
Honestly, what you think about orcs doesn't matter to me.
Lovely.
The only good orc is a dead one. So yes, we can disagree.
Cool.
Right.
Dude,
That was great.
Goes from 0 to 100.
Yes, I see no problems with this
Genocide.
I see no problems with this being an all white male party in DM. No issues whatsoever at all. Sounds great.
No. Oh, okay.
And this is the
Ravenda's
first and
female.
last session we ever played. Okay. You
One
guys
of the
are
shitty YouTube video essays is like, guys, we need to talk about the representation issue in Unsung NPC, okay?
so you guys you guys are leave the estate. If people are buying clothes, they're buying clothes. Hey, there's the raid from Pondor. Welcome in, people from Pondor stream. I hope that the Pokemon you guys are playing went well. We're in the middle of starting the leads for the session. So, you guys gonna look for Ramonda?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes you no time to find her. Everyone's
barking
pretty
orders
quiet
and
here, and so, no one's really that loud, but she's definitely the loudest one. She's clearly directing people, but not in like a mean, contractor foreman kind of way, just more like a we need to get this done, so let's do it, guys, kind of attitude. She's like telling people where to move stuff. She's like watching over the scaffolding to make sure people don't fall down or mess it up or whatever. And she seems very watchful, and she catches you guys as you approach.
Yeah, you must be Ramonda. We were looking for you.
Yeah, that's me. What can I do for you?
Well, this Atlanteus guy that we just met sent us to find you. Said you might know how to find some, I don't know, some magical muckety muck that we're supposed to be looking for.
Ah, so you guys are the ones Atlanteus has been waiting for. Well, in that case, I'm glad you're here, because the sooner you get done, the sooner this asshole leaves.
Looks like he's planning on staying here for quite some time.
Oh no, he's paying to have it built, but he's definitely leaving after he's done, in which case we'll just use the estate for our own purposes, I guess. But he's expressed very frequently that he doesn't wish to stay in this frozen backwater. Right. I don't know anything about this magical muckety muck thing he's looking for, but I can tell you about what's going on around the area, and maybe some of that will be helpful to you. It'll definitely be helpful to me, because we have some problems going on around, and we can't pay a whole lot for help, but we can easily continue to, provide shelter and food and safe harbor and whatever else you guys kind of need.
What kind of help do you all need?
We've got a couple of things kind of going on right now. I know that we're waiting on a trading caravan, and they're supposed to be back like a few days ago, and we sent a runner to investigate, but we haven't heard back from the caravan or the runner at all. They should just be, a few miles north of here. Shouldn't be very far. Doesn't usually take them that long to get here. But we need that. We need that supplies to continue building. So,
If we end up going in that direction, we can definitely take a look out.
Great.
I think we're going in that direction because that's what she's telling us.
And
well, she's telling us that some of the supplies she might need for additional, work on the fort would be that direction. But Ramonda, you know why we're here. We're asking about any information or someone who might know more about magical
Are there any
muckety
ruins
muck in
around
the
here?
area.
the only thing about ancient stuff besides the fort that we're currently sitting in that I know about is last night we sent some guards to go deal with a frost troll that lives further down south, kind of embedded in the mountains. There's a ruin there that this troll lives in. We were trying to explore the ruin, loot it, see if there's any usable, nice stone that we can use, things like that. This troll apparently came out of nowhere, so we had them get out of there, but we've sent some guards to handle it. Don't know if they've handled it yet. Haven't heard back. It's pretty far away from us. But, he's sitting in some ruins, so maybe that'll be something that'll be helpful to you. That's the only kind of ancient-y thing that I kind of know about around here so far, though.
How many guards did you send after that troll?
A handful. We don't have a lot of people to spare, and, I would love to send a lot more to actually deal with it, but we're just trying to do what we can here.
So a frost troll, huh? Is that like bigger and scarier than a regular troll?
It's definitely bluer.
Wow. Sounds interesting. We should go there.
Is it like double weak to fire then?
It would be a recall knowledge check.
It would be a recall knowledge check.
I'm not sure what trolls fall under, though.
Trolls would
Nature?
fall under survival.
Survival. There you go. That's what it's called.
Survival is for giants and trolls and giant humanoids and things like that.
I would assume that our druid friend has the best survival skill.
I know, I do
Druid
not.
friend?
You would say that, but I play a druid in a 5e game with literally 0 nature skill.
I have a
Oh,
plus
it's
3, but
nature.
also first roll of the game.
Oh,
Read and weep.
Yeah, but no,
I can't see what
5e
that
That is-
says.
nature
That's
runs
either
off it, so
that's either a great side or a side that like beginner's luck and we're all completely screwed.
Was it a 1 or a 20? It had to
It
be
was a
one or the
20. It
other.
was a 20.
20?
There it
I
is.
was going to help out, so
First
All right.
check of the game that the audience has seen, and the first 20. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, cool. So trolls. What I can tell you about frost trolls. Let
Everything.
me
The
pull it up in my
encyclopedia.
handy dandy notebook here.
Yeah, because you just learned everything, it seems like.
Yeah.
learned or already knew.
Well, recalled
Recalled.
everything.
Yes. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay, hello.
see, that's my years of
All right.
experience coming in, pointing out what role you needed.
So, frost trolls. I'm not gonna give you just like the kind of like. I'm gonna give it to you like narratively now, and when you get into combat, because you crit, like even if you rolled super successfully on a lore check, I probably wouldn't give anyone the entire stat block. But I feel like if you crit, it's fair game. Like you crit.
Makes sense.
Frost trolls like the back of your fucking hand, man. Like, I get it. Frost trolls do have regeneration that is stopped by acid or fire. Frost trolls are immune to cold, and they are weak to fire. They are. Where is this size at? I feel like they're large. Yeah, they're large. They're large. They count as giants. They count as trolls. For any skills that affect that. And you also know that they have a natural affinity for walking on ice.
So as Julius finishes relaying this information to us,
Yes.
Well, yes, I do know quite a bit about the frost trolls. They are often solitary creatures, but have been known to travel in small packs from time to time. I don't quite know how to quantify being doubly weak to fire, but indeed their regenerative abilities are cut off by intense heat. However, I would like to note that they are excellent woodsmen. They have an affinity for walking on frozen ground, and I will have you know that while many of them may be predisposed to violence due to circumstance, they are capable of reform. In fact, some 3 decades ago, I believe, I helped a frost troll get over a bout of post-traumatic stress after his wife miscarried. So they are somewhat more complex and multivalent creatures than you might expect. If you want to know any more, I'm happy to share.
yeah,
Wow,
it can
Julius,
sound-
you have an
please.
interesting
I would
past.
love to learn more.
What was that, Ned?
I said, Julius sure has an interesting past. Do you think we could be friends with this one?
I would certainly like to extend the olive branch before the stick.
That sounds great.
So, assuming it
He sounds like a
came to
great
the stick,
companion.
would the 5 of us stand a chance?
Is Julius? Could we take him?
It would not be a pleasant experience.
Steer clear from there for the time being.
Let's find the caravan first and then see what happens.
All right.
Oh,
'Cause
but
maybe the
wagons are
caravan can get
boring.
us extra stuff.
Maybe
It's not the wagons, it's what might be in the wagon.
All right.
Fine, I guess.
Does anyone have more questions for Ramanda?
I do not.
Cool.
Does not appear.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
I noticed that, well, perhaps it's inaccurate to say that your lovely community here has fallen on hard times. It seems that in climes like these, hard times are default, so to speak. But if you know of anyone who is suffering particular emotional or intellectual distress, please let me know. I am a licensed life coach and therapist.
I just shake my head and walk away.
I appreciate the offer, but we definitely know how to take care of our own.
I can see that.
Well, Julius, there's
What
no
is a
end to what you can
therapist?
do.
What is a therapist?
Well, my young
God.
friend, when
Oh,
you've lived for
God.
as long as I have, you acquire some knowledge and skills. I hope that you live to see your 100th year as well.
What does her title mean? Skill Ramonda. I have it written down under her name. Skill is just like their word for someone who is more distinguished above the rest of the other people. Not that the distinguished means what it typically would in a normal city. Because I don't think Atlanteus would think anyone here is very distinguished. So, lore bits like that with like the language of the Sven people or whatever. If it's like very important to the story, I will have you guys find a way to figure it out. But for like the titles and stuff, that's just flavor fun for the viewers and for everyone else. So it's not necessarily pertinent. I'm not gonna make everyone seek it out or whatever. But there you go. It means distinguished. Skill.
I think I might embark on a side quest to find all the lineage of everyone in this region.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just have an ongoing family tree, and it's actually a tree that you like have in a pocket dimension, and you just like you'll put stuff on paper and then stick it on the branches and just build it as it goes.
Every night when we go to bed, I'll whip out the giant like floor length scroll and start scrolling and filling in the tree as I'm going.
When you said an actual tree, I had a real morbid thought in my head of what you were going to be hanging on it.
Well, when he said whip out the giant, I had a very different idea.
I was real concerned.
All right. So, we're having our first travel experience. Okay. I would like the player's take on how we want to do this. So normally in a game, in a big open game like this, I would, people sometimes roll for random encounters. I don't really like to do that. I like the encounters all to mean something. And there can be like RP along the way if people want to and things like that. I'm cool if people want to like RP and converse during this travel time. And then at a point I will just cut it off and be like, you're there. But if you guys don't want to talk and want to skip to a place, especially one this relatively close, that's fine. I think some places that are further away will probably have like different skill things you guys might want to do on the way or different obstacles and things like that. But this is pretty straightforward, like not very far away, just going a few miles north of here to find out what happened. So if you guys want to talk during that time, great. If not, we will be there.
I would like to approach Gnit.
I have a question
Hey,
on the
Julius.
travel speed.
Well, yeah, I have a question also before we leave.
Okay, sure.
Can we secure some
What is
horses?
our overland?
Because walking's for peasants.
Okay. And it comes out. Okay.
Absolutely correct.
All right.
Horses. So the only horses they seem to have here are the draft horses. And they only have a few. They only have like 2 or 3 presently here. So they're not really inclined to lend them to you. Because
Still not seeing a problem.
they're workhorses, not meant to be ridden, and they
and
need
my feet
them.
aren't meant to be walked on for more than a few minutes at a time.
You can feel
So-
free to try to roll to convince them in some form
I
or
would
fashion.
love,
The
to-
stable hands.
yes, approach
Okay.
a stable hand and
Alright.
ask them to procure some horses.
Okay.
Procure some horses. 'Cause I would love to.
All right. So we're having our first travel experience. Okay. I would like the player's take on how we want to do this. So normally in a game, in a big open game like this, I would, people want to like RP and converse during this travel time. And then at a point I will just cut it off and be like, you're there. But if you guys don't want to talk and want to skip to a place, Yeah, we kind of need these horses.
And so do I. And so does the master of the keep. So,
The master of the keep?
did you not seen the building that you all are tirelessly working on?
Oh, that rich guy. I mean,
Yes. The reason we're all here.
he's not really our master. Also, we were here before him, so
Plenty of people were there before their current masters came in and classed up the place.
he looks at you and he's like, "That's a really weird take on imperialism."
I don't understand what you're
Manifest
saying
destiny.
to me. and anyways, getting back to the matter at hand, horses. I would like to either purchase some or borrow them.
Roll persuasion. I wish there was like a negotiation check.
I mean, I could intimidate this man.
Oh yeah, I mean if you're just asking to purchase or borrow them, it's persuasion. But if you want to like phrase that in a way that's aggressive or something,
It's the same roll either way.
Not asking, it's telling.
I get a 16.
give me those horses, I'll kill you.
I'm not going to threaten this
oh,
man's
no.
life. That's illegal. No, you're going to give me these horses so that you can, live a better life. That you wouldn't have to worry about us being here for as long. These horses are what you want.
Possible negative consequences.
And I'm grabbing his shoulder, be like forcefully being like, "You want to give us these horses because it gets your job here done faster."
Let me
And I got a 16
think.
for my roll, by the way.
What? 16?
I got a 16 for my roll, yeah.
Okay. He kind of like looks at the horse, and like looks at you, and looks at the horse, and then he kind of like looks at you and all of your like really nice gear and all of that, and he looks at the horse, and he's like, "But like, how much money?"
To rent your horse?
Yeah,
I don't know how much does a horse rental usually go for.
we don't usually rent horses, so
Oh, when people are riding long distances, they'll rent a horse and they'll trade their horse in at a stable for a fresh one.
yeah, we don't do that here.
Can I roll society to see like what would be kind of like a going rate in a comparably sized town?
Oh yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, the young 3. We're looking at
You know that
8.
You know that they definitely rent them out for money. It's never usually a trade tit for tat situation. It's pretty much always a currency exchange.
But
Well,
no
what's the
clue
full
as to
price
the
of a
amount.
horse?
Yeah. And it's up to Iginius to give him like a rate.
How much for
Just to set it.
a draft horse? Is it not on here? Can you not purchase a horse in Pathfinder?
I'll gesture towards Rayvinda. Well, as the elder member of the group, perhaps, Rayvinda, you may know in your travels, what is the going rate generally for a half day's rental of a draft horse?
He's probably never seen gold, so give him some.
No. I'll give you 2 silver.
$2 silver for one of our only horses.
Bring it right back.
Uh,
We'll be
He
gone
kinda
for
like-
a day.
he kind of like looks around at everyone being really busy and whatnot. He's just like, all right, just bring it back. All right, I don't want to get in trouble.
You have my word.
Thank you.
It looks like a regular riding horse is 2 gold pieces.
It was 200?
2 gold
Oh,
pieces.
2.
He takes the silver.
Sure.
And that was just for one, right?
Yeah, just one draft horse. It's a big chonky
Okay.
boy.
And
I grab Gnit and I throw Gnit up on the horse with me.
I will pay him
Hey!
2 silver and 1 copper for another horse.
No, I definitely can't get rid of one of our only other horses. We got a lot of building going on around here. People are going to get real suspicious if all of the horses are gone.
A little suspicious.
I suppose the object was simply to relieve our friend of the burden of walking, not necessarily to get there any faster, seeing as the rest of us will be going on foot. Very
And
well.
draft horses aren't fast.
Yeah, it's a draft horse anyway. You're pretty much going to be able to go for a long time, but not a fast time.
He might
That's
actually
how
be
I
slower
live
on a draft
my
horse
life.
than he would
Yeah.
have been
It's like basically just walking speed.
Cool. All right.
But I'm up higher than you all.
Not even like fast walking speed. Kind of like
Symbolism.
the shambling walking speed.
All right.
Good for you.
Do you
I
guys...
have a question for you.
Yeah.
Riding it bareback? Because I seriously.
I'll get like a blanket and throw it on over it.
There you go.
I thought you were going to be like, yeah, man, bareback's just how I roll, okay? Every possible situation, all right?
I was waiting
Yeah.
for something like that too. Yeah.
Not what
The
I
point
meant.
is to make this at least somewhat less unbearable, having to walk through this cold wasteland.
All right.
What do you take
think
me
I
for?
am?
A peasant?
A commoner? Yeah, exactly. One of you common folk?
A cock-
Preposterous.
I shrug my shoulders and say, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
That's
know who I am.
Don't care.
All right. You guys are right on out of here.
Indeed.
Ride a horse. Save a
Heading in
cowboy.
the correct direction.
What?
Heading in the right direction.
Yes,
The
north.
northerly direction. Are there roads?
It's not like really like well made roads, but there's definitely like dirt pathways that have been frequently traveled.
So frequently muddy pathways. Got it.
Yep.
Love it.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
So press the
No, I'm
push.
pretty sure this car.
Yeah, but
leads
in fact,
around-
we totally do.
we,
Yeah.
we need roads. To get
Maybe
this car back.
the real roads
Oh,
are
wait.
the friends we
Oh,
made
The
along the
friends we
way.
made along the way.
I'm going to go rescue a damn cart. I need more draft horses. Give me your other horses, stable boy.
I think you're retrieving a cart. I don't think you rescue an inanimate object.
Whatever. Yeah, regardless,
pretty
my
sure that-
point remains valid. Give me the other damn draft horses.
You're only gonna need one horse for that cart,
Well, then give me my silver back.
but you have the horse. Why don't I give you your money back?
Because I'm rescuing your damn cart. Retrieving, whatever. Whatever the word Julius used was.
But you already paid me.
Guys, I'm going to be that way. And I start heading in the direction.
He's
we're
All
gonna
going.
right.
this guy's
Give
gonna
me
like
a
back
silver
away.
draft horse.
This guy's like backing away
Requisitioning.
and like
No, I'm going
Leaving.
to grab this guy by his collar and
Oh,
say,
God.
or whatever scruff or whatever is attached to his clothes, and say, "You're giving me another horse to retrieve the cart. The one I paid you for is the one I'm riding. You're giving me another horse so that I can ride back on this one."
can't you just ride on the cart, man?
No. It's full of your gear that I'm retrieving for you.
It's got a seat.
Yeah, and there's 5 of us.
I can't give you another horse, man. Okay, we need
Yes,
them
you
here.
can.
We need them here.
For what?
The cart should already have a horse.
It's definitely either been stolen, or has died, or has run away at this point.
I'm just trying to do my job.
You're doing a really poor job at that.
That's really mean, man.
I would like to disagree. I think that all of us are doing the best that we can with the circumstances given us, and circumstances are often not under our control. Iginius, you seem like a self-interested individual. In fact, I know you are. So, given that, indeed, the cart simply seats one person, that seems immaterial to you, given that one is enough for you, and you seem unconcerned about the state of affairs of the rest of us. So, in the interest of expediency, yes, Iginius, and given that you have previously seemed to value efficiency, I'm honestly stunned at how inefficient our journey is. In fact, we'd be halfway there at this point. So, take the damn seat and let's go.
Yeah, let's go. The guy's just trying to do his job. He already gave us one horse. Let's just go.
My silver.
Gnit reaches into his pouch and tosses a gold piece up to Iginius. Now
No,
let's
no,
go.
This is yours. I give Gnit his gold back. This is yours.
I let it fall to the ground and start walking to the gate.
Like, the guy's gonna see this and he's gonna be like, he'll like give you your silver back,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you drop him, he immediately rushes for the gold piece.
No. I don't drop him and let him get the gold. I'm giving the gold. I'm getting it back to Gnit, and I'm taking my silver and going. If Gnit doesn't accept his gold, I'm going to sneak it into his pack sometime. It's his gold.
I did not accept it, just for the record.
I'm going to give it to Raven to sneak into his
Alright.
pack later.
If money's so important to you, it's the point. Money doesn't really matter that much. I'm not accepting it, or Gnit is not.
Anyways, but yes, let's go.
All right. You've lost 2 points with the Fort Mantarin faction.
Don't give a shit.
Really?
The faction will remember this.
Great. I hope they do.
Okay. You guys go northward on your horse that you technically didn't steal, but definitely
Borrowing it to do
manipulated to get. You guys talking it all on the way there, or are we getting to the caravan?
Yes, I was about to approach Gnit about this, so I walk up to Gnit and say, "My young friend, for someone so light and mirthful of spirit, I wondered if you were musically inclined."
Sure. I can sing. I sing all the time.
Oh, wonderful! I would love a traveling song.
All right. Gnit bursts into whatever jaunty traveling song he can recall, singing obviously off key and very loudly, but quite enthusiastically and happily. He is enjoying the singing very much.
How fast are they moving?
Let's see.
I don't know how fast you guys are moving.
My land speed is actually 35 because nimble off.
When going on the overland like this, I'm not really going to keep track of like speed per se.
If I'm going to be in stealth, I'm only moving at half speed, which would put me down to 15 feet around.
Are you going to be in stealth the entire miles that it takes to get there?
I was thinking about it, but then if they're moving really fast, and I'm going to have to keep up. But I'm going to be off to like 50 feet to the side because I can easily hear them.
All right.
Because, well,
We are
someone's singing at the
extremely
top of his
conspicuous.
lounge, and I don't want to be ambushed.
I'm just like clapping in time, but like
As
he
in,
also like he does that.
we're
thing
doing
where even
our,
when he's
Pathfinder
singing, he can't
campaign
keep
right
time,
now.
So like the
So-
bar, like the meter of the lyrics is.
I'll do
kinda
kind of a
off, right? So
recap
I'm just,
if
like,
people came in
trying to
late
keep
after.
up, but like can't really quite do it. Yeah, but we're having a grand old time.
Cool. I've got the upbeat adventuring music going on to accompany the song, and it's good. Good times.
For sure.
All right. Any other interactions? You guys good? Okay. You guys should be able to grab your tokens, I think, and we arrive at the scene. You guys are coming from down here,
This one with me.
so they won't have detected you when you get to this point, breaching here. It'll be up to you guys to decide how you're coming in. If you're stealthy, if you're rushing them, each person can make their own decision that will affect what you roll for initiative.
When we get close to the site and seat off, like in a moderate distance, I'm gonna make sure the draft horse is somewhere safe to stow.
I think
Smart.
Raven took one that was mine.
Smart.
Might have. Not sure. I know mine had a
Guys.
crossbow.
So
Guys.
there's the one with the dagger and the
Oh,
crossbow is
crossbow.
Raven. Ravinda's the one with the
Oh,
curved
okay.
sword.
I
Got it.
forgot to introduce
This
my
is the dagger
cat.
then.
Oh yeah, you
I'll
forgot that
put
you have a
yours back.
leopard.
I have a leopard named Kate, everybody.
There,
She
I
likes,
put yours
she
back,
likes
Ravinda.
fish. She likes fish and belly rubs.
Oh, there it
Okay,
is.
moving on.
Is it actually a leopard? Is it like fully leopard sized? And
Does
Yeah,
it
leopards
start
are
out
not
as
that big.
it should? Does it not start? Oh yeah, it'll start out as medium and then go
Young.
large. Is that how that works, or does it
It's
start out as small? It starts
It's
out as small,
small.
so it's not full grown
Yeah.
yet then, because
Oh, okay.
leopards are medium size typically,
Gotcha.
but it
so
will.
you have a leopard cub, and it's adorable.
So
it's
are
a
you guys
cutie.
spread out across the bottom?
Yeah.
Always. I don't even really know what that means.
Okay,
Whatever it is, I don't like it.
so
Whatever it is, I love it.
how are peeps approaching here?
I'm going to be stealthy.
As
soon as I
How
detect
do I-
some trouble, I'm going to be stealthy.
I'm sorry. I was like, how do I turn around? How do I
There
turn
should be like a little circular.
Yeah, look for
arrow.
like a little circle that when you
Like-
click on your guy, there should be like a little circle with arrow
Okay.
like that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, I'm resizing. That's not what I want. All right, I'll figure it out. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I guess I stopped singing loudly upon noticing the cart.
Okay.
Okay, I'm looking for that thing to turn around too, but I can't find it.
It's probably
bottom left.
yeah, it's probably hiding
Yeah.
in your
Oh,
If you
little
left
arrow
click
circle
the
there it is. Got it.
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
And this is like, by the way, it's like the 16th rendition of the same melody, right, Gnit?
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
we got
At
interrupted.
16,
We got
at least.
interrupted on repetition 16. Ah, a shame. We'll resume once this is done.
Is it
I
the
can't
song that
wait.
never ends, or is it like every verse is different?
I think it's a song that never ends.
Oh, goody!
Yeah, you're really
oh
annoying
no,
yourself.
these
for sure.
bandits! We can't keep singing our song. Oh no!
I can move around in the square
Okay.
in a circle.
Okay, we arrive up on the scene. I'll zoom in on the scene for the viewer's sake.
Okay, I'm moving backwards.
It's kind of gory and horrific. But there you go. There it is.
It is moderately horrific, yeah.
Horrific.
I like it though. I was building the maps and I saw that I could do blood splatter tokens and I was like, oh yes.
Nice.
Okay, so how are you guys?
Excited you were about that.
How are you guys?
horny for gruesome violence? All right.
How are you guys? No actual horses were harmed in the making of this battle map. How are you guys approaching?
On foot, nice and loud.
Is
Striding it.
there anyone who's
where's
trying?
the horse?
What?
I am trying to be stealthy.
Okay,
I'm just curious where the horse is.
it's on the ground.
The draft horse, I tied it up.
Oh, that horse. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iginius was being smart about it.
Yeah, it's not a. War
If there's
horse.
one
It's
thing
not-
nobles are definitely good at, it's taking care of their shit. Okay.
All right.
So Rayvinda, you're trying to stealth, right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. So when you guys get close enough to where we roll initiative, you're gonna use stealth for initiative. Everyone else is gonna roll perception. Okay.
Yep.
And whoever you go before is who can't see you. And if either of the creatures goes before you, then you aren't stealthy to them. That's how we're
Well,
going
they'd
to
have
play
to
that.
detect me, right?
What?
Right now, I am.
No one has
I am
noticed any of
undetected.
you yet.
So I am undetected. They have no idea of my existence. If they manage to go before me and don't see through the stealth, they still have no idea I'm there, right? So they'll have to detect me, be able to that. But what they would do is get rid of my surprise. But if I'm still stealthed, I'll still get them flat-footed.
Okay. So,
All right, so we're just moving forward.
yeah, if you guys don't have any other things you want to do before going, you go in.
Maybe roll perception for just the whole scene.
You want my stealth check?
See if there's anything out of.
I don't need the stealth check until you do initiative because it's going to be your initiative roll. You're not close enough for your stealth to be relevant yet.
But do you
Yeah,
want
I'm
us to
hidden.
move our tokens, and you'll tell us when to stop.
Yeah, I'll tell you when like you're close enough and initiative begins. I think like once you guys reach around here, we'll start. So if there's no other checks or anything anyone wants to do, then we'll go from there.
Well, can we see what we're sneaking up on, or
Yeah, it's
boldly walking up on?
so as you guys get closer, it's very plain to see there is a cart that is in complete disarray. Like some of the bags of what you assume is either feed or seeds is broken into. There's there's like a wheel that is straight up missing. Another wheel, like there's damage everywhere. You can see the body of you don't know if it's the driver or the runner or who it is, but it is a body on the ground. There's also a horse that the creatures are currently feeding on. And supposedly there was both a runner and a driver here. You can't find any other body. You don't see any other body. So make the assumptions that you want to about that. But these creatures are going at it. Because you guys, listen, some creatures I'm going to obviously make you identify. But this one's a classic. You guys all know it. You guys all are able to tell that these are wargs. These are wargs. They are gruesome, horrific beasts that are like wolves on steroids, and they are gnarly and just going to town on this horse, just eating the crap out of it. Bite after bite after bite. Not in such a frenzy, they just don't even notice you at all yet.
I'll try and motion to everybody else.
Okay.
Right. And we'll stride forward first.
Which of us did you point at?
I tried to get everybody's attention.
Okay.
I pointed at myself.
at them.
I pointed myself to the wolves.
And of course, I have my weapon out, so I don't have to draw it later.
Right.
Yes, weapons are out. We'll make that assumption
Yeah,
when you guys start combat. I'll make the assumption that weapons are out.
Okay.
Did you want
For
you start to get
Raven,
closer?
Raven, you need to decide if your weapon is in gun mode or sword mode at the beginning of combat as well.
Gun.
Gun. Cool. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep step with Julius.
All right. So
Okay.
at this point,
I-
this is when these guys will perk up. They'll be able to hear you. And they'll
Probably
kind
see
of
you guys.
yeah. They don't see you yet, but they'll kind of like perk up and face towards you guys, and then we will be able to roll initiative.
I don't want to start combat. I want to try and do diplomacy. Wild
How big
empathy.
are these big
Yeah,
these squares?
what I
That's
thought
why
you
I
were
was
gonna try
like,
to
I'm
do.
going first. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go for
right.
it. They see you. What are you doing?
Okay. All right. So wild empathy allows me to communicate with.
They already speak common.
creatures.
They're wargs.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Wargs can talk.
Oh shit. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
they're intelligent.
Okay. Would they be considered creatures of the natural world?
Yeah, they're beasts.
Okay. All right. So it's still wild. So basically, it's just diplomacy. So basically, all wild empathy does is just say that you can roll diplomacy with beasts, right? With animals,
Got
not
it.
just normal people. Okay. 15.
Okay, so what do you?
Make my case.
Yeah, what are you saying? They
Gentlemen.
notice your demeanor isn't hostile as you step forward forward past everyone else, and they're just like on alert, and they seem like, they were occupied with eating and now you have their attention, but they aren't sure why. So let's go.
Yeah. Gentlemen, good afternoon. I hope that you're enjoying your luncheon. I would simply like to make a case to you. It seems that you have availed yourself of what you would like in terms of horse meat. We would simply like your permission to survey the rest of the site here. But please, by all means, continue enjoying your meal.
And you said you rolled a 15?
Yeah.
How did we... Okay, so for the DC for this, is it just like persuasion against persuasion?
You have to pick their starting.
I feel like
their
you can
starting
make
level.
it. You can also make the DC whatever you kind of want for the argument he made, right? Like,
True.
if he rolled a 1 and was like, don't eat us because you're already eating that, it's like, no, I'm going to eat you too. But if you rolled a 20, it's like, oh yeah, cool, whatever, sure. Or,
Okay. The wargs kind of look at each other, and one of them's like, did you hear what the fuck this guy just said to us? And the other guy's like, yeah, can you fucking believe this guy? Trying to interrupt our meal? Yeah, what the fuck's up with that? Trying to interrupt our meal? And they just kind of like look at you and it's like, so what? You want all this fucking shit behind us or something?
I think it's working, Julius. Keep it up.
We'd simply like to peruse. If nothing is of interest to us, then we'll just leave it be.
But you're not gonna touch our horse?
Absolutely not.
So we can still fucking eat that.
Of course.
All right.
We're gonna try and take the cart. Like side like whispering, we're trying to take the whole cart back to the keep, right?
Listen, as long as you don't touch our fucking food, then you have until we get done eating. And
Very
if
well.
you're still here,
Gentlemen.
maybe we'll be hungry.
Understood.
Yeah.
We'll be
How bad
efficient.
does the cart look? Is one of the wheels off? Is the axle still good? Does the cart's wheel that's still on?
One of the wheels is missing, and the other wheel is right there, off, and
Splayed.
one of the long stretch handles that would go on the horse is completely snapped off. The axle snapped off.
Okay.
The only part that's alive is the fact that it is still a box cart.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly now, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Go rounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna start searching.
Igor said,
I'm gonna start grabbing.
Igor's like, you guys just found a pack of wild Americans.
I'm gonna go right in there.
Yeah. We start grabbing the most full
All right.
bags of grain or whatever.
I'm gonna have you guys. I think I'm gonna have you guys do. I can't decide. I don't like acrobatics for this. I'll let you guys do either. Everyone's gonna make a check. You can either do athletics to move the heavier things faster, or you can do reflex to just be real quick with it.
All right, I'm gonna athletics to start lifting some of the big stuff out of the ruined cart.
Hey, Unsung
And
Reflex
I
is a
get
saving throw, right?
25.
Yeah, reflex is a saving throw, but acrobatics is gross for this. It doesn't really make sense for you to jump around and do vaulting and shit. So
Where's that nice little 18 right there. Yeah, I got a 25 to start lifting some of the big stuff out of the cart.
you got an 8, Rev?
Yeah.
Okay.
11.
11.
I also rolled an 18, so 23.
Okay.
And my stealth check is 24 while I stay hiding, ready to attack these things.
Oh, yeah, let me see their let me get their perception going here. They don't have perception as a legit skill. So yeah, they don't see you at all. They're busy eating.
Aries, do you have any butter? Because
Are
we
you
got
gonna offer
rolls
to
for
go
days. No, because we got rolls.
And I'm gonna roll to see
I was gonna say.
how fast these guys start chowing down.
Good
All
one.
right.
It'll be interesting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fairly high rules for those.
Okay.
I mean, I had them roll fortitude saves for that.
I agree with the Iginius strategy of like, yeah, fuck searching, just grab stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys all grab what you can. It's looking, so you guys have all like started piling stuff closer down here to where your horse is going to be packed away within the trees and whatnot. Okay. You guys have managed to kind of get everything that seems pretty standard, and you guys can all put your characters back kind of down here, like you're kind of taking stock of what you have. They are finishing up eating, so it's a matter of, do you guys want to go back and search for anything you might have overlooked, or are you cool just taking the basically what you guys have is some building materials and some seed, some feed. That's what you guys have gotten so far. Nothing crazy, just useful for the fort. There might be other stuff there you don't know. What?
How much of the horse is left by the looks of it?
They're like just, they've got like a kind of like a center chunk of the torso, the body left, and like that's it. So they're kind of nearing the end of its edible flesh.
And is the torn in half humanoid devoured still there?
It looks like it was like starting to like be devoured, and it's completely frostbitten over, so easily assume that they don't want to eat that shit.
Yeah, not appetizing.
Yeah.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I saw anything interesting while I was
Yeah.
gathering stuff?
Yeah. Go for
Something that I might want to go back for. And I rolled a 7.
You didn't notice anything crazy important.
Yeah.
Or interesting.
Don't need no butter.
Yeah. So you guys taking your shit and leaving, or you gonna try to tempt fate a little bit?
No, after he succeeded in convincing them, I don't feel like tempting fate.
Yeah. Why
Self-preservation's kind of kicking in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
kind of
see the
tired.
need to fight these
head
either.
back.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't see anything interesting there, anyways.
So as you guys are kind of leaving, these guys are just eating a bunch of food. It's like, man, those fucking adventurers. You can believe those fucking guys? Yeah, I can't believe they're just trying to fucking eat our meal. And just, you know, as you guys are leaving, they just kind of mutter to themselves, just eating and be like, man, fuck those guys. Kind of
You believe balls on those guys?
good shit. All right, you got all of the stuff that they were looking for specifically for the fort, which is good. So you guys are able to
Load up the draft horse with all the stuff we just picked up.
I mean, the bags of feed and seed and stuff is pretty easily put on there. The building materials, it's up to you guys how you want to handle that.
Send somebody back for it later.
I mean, yeah, there's different things you can do with it, so it's up to you how you want to deal.
As resident strong person of the party, I will deign to carry it.
Okay, sounds good.
They needed a cart to move this stuff.
You know, I haven't had my workout for the day, so
I applaud Iginius the entire way back to the.
All right.
Getting into the
be
narcissism.
careful. I might drop some of this, and some of it might land on your foot by accident.
Oh.
All right. So, unless there's conversations you guys want to have, you guys are able to easily bring the stuff back to the fort.
No, I think
Wonderful.
we're good. Just
Cool.
16 more verses on the way back.
Yeah, sounds good. So you guys
I
get
think
the
we're
stuff.
gonna make it to 17, buddy.
All right, 17.
You guys are able to get the stuff back to the fort. you get some like, you know, gratitude, like smiles, and Ramonda definitely comes up and thanks you. But pretty much for the most part, people just come up and start taking the stuff. It's kind of like when you give materials, assign materials to people in RimWorld, they just kind of like, okay, and they grab it and they just move on and continue doing their work and putting shit where it needs to go, and very functional.
How
process.
sore are my calves?
You're probably fatigued. Yeah, you're fatigued after that. Not exhausted, so that's good. You're pretty strong. But you're definitely fatigued.
Okay.
The horse
So I
is
don't
fine
need to
though.
do-
The
don't
horse
need to do
is
my workout for today.
the horse is like, man, that was way easier than the whole fucking cart. Gotta tell you.
Good. Okay.
Cool.
Wait, does
I
the
give the
horse
horse
like
back to the
kind of
stable
say
boy.
that to me, like kind of like through like a grunt or something, and that's like what I kind of get from him?
The horse lets out a neigh that's kind of like a easy job sigh.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
But yeah,
Cool.
I return the horse to the stable.
Great. You return the
I-
horse.
I-
The stable boy's like,
Glare a little bit at the stable boy.
he kind of just like,
Your other horse is dead. Just so you know.
oh man. Well, at least it wasn't my fault.
I'm going to find Ramonda,
Okay.
Oh, and the
And
cart's
tell
pretty
her
much
that-
destroyed.
that there's at
Oh, well,
least 2 wargs up in the northern area there.
Warwick's, huh? I don't really like the sound of that. Should probably send someone to deal with them at some point. How did you guys... Were they leaving when you guys got there? Like what? Like how did you didn't deal with them, so like what happened?
The druid talked to them.
Oh. I
We
see.
have Dr. Doolittle.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you guys are unharmed. There's some other stuff in that cart that would have been nice to have back, but I appreciate that you guys got the important stuff here. So thank you.
It's still there, so you could always find it. Just beware, there's 2 wargs in the area.
Yeah, I'm sure the wargs won't eat the stuff, but can't say the same for any people we try to send to get it. So
They're
we'll
not
see what
like
happens
you
with that, I
today,
guess.
Right? Mhm.
Yeah.
Could always offer them a sacrifice.
A sacrifice.
Snacker.
Yeah, a sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm not real
They
keen
always-
on sacrificing my own people, but
They could always pay us to kill the wargs.
yeah.
We
With all the
never-
building,
Wait, hold on. Who suggested sacrificing people? Go hunt a deer.
That's what I was gonna say.
Why
that
did you jump straight to that? The hell is wrong with you?
listen, offer a sacrifice is a very controversial phrase.
Well,
You people really are backwards.
I mean, we
Take
could
it.
do
Like,
that, but
you got
who's
a
to
dog
say
or something?
we could offer something, but who's to say they aren't just going to eat the person that offers it as well? You know, who
It
knows?
seemed reasonable while we were there.
You
Anyway,
could say that
I see
being
no flaw in
backwards
his
is just
logic.
looking at life from a fresh and different perspective.
I wish I could totally pay you guys to hunt those wargs for us and whatnot, but with all the new building we're doing, there's not a whole lot we have to offer right now. But if they continue to be a problem, maybe that'll change.
No, speaking of, this isn't a charity effort. We did retrieve your materials.
Yeah, and like I told you before, we're happy to offer, free room and board. You can live in the estate, take it up with. I mean, Atlantis is gonna have to let it happen, and whatever food that's part of the community food, you guys are welcome to share.
I can make my own food and camp outside. I want money.
Yeah, well, we aren't really. We're more of a kind of resource gathering community, not really hunt down treasure and loot community. So money's not really available.
Unwashed, they don't believe in capitalism.
If I may, gentlemen, I understand it may be frustrating to not receive monetary recompense. Believe it or not, I was also hoping for some. However, perhaps what you don't have in money, you may give us in time and effort. You mentioned the issue with the frost troll earlier.
Yeah.
Perhaps, even though it is a expense to your resources, you may send some of your strongest and most martially capable men with us as reinforcements. Perhaps with our powers combined, we could solve the issue together, and that may further us towards our ultimate goal.
More guards?
You can't exactly pay us.
All right. She kind of like looks around and is like, listen. She kind of like leans in. She's talking a little bit quieter. We're not exactly supposed to talk about this with outsiders, especially Atlanteus, who more recently arrived as well. But we need guards here. We're kind of dealing with an issue, and if more people knew about it, we wouldn't get as much trade as we do now. But safe to say, if we don't have people defending the fort, it's not going to be good.
So you can't offer us assistance or compensation.
Just food.
Can offer you room and food. And we have good food.
Backtracking for a second. Defense against what?
The frozen frontier is riddled with magical undead.
Nice.
They come in groups. They attack every so often. We've been fending them off just fine. They're not, very powerful or anything, but they'll overwhelm the common worker here if we don't have people to combat them.
Do you know where they're coming from?
All we know is that they come from the forests in the east. But we haven't sent anyone to deal with it for fear of running into like a bigger horde.
Is it always from the east, and does it happen at any particular time of day?
It's always at the east, and it typically happens at night.
Okay.
And it definitely happens when you notice a huge drop in temperature. Like, even for here. Because, like, we're on the coast, so, like, it can be a bit warmer sometimes here. But if there's, like, a huge drop that's out of place, it's a pretty good sign that something's coming. I haven't found a way to solve that problem. And I wouldn't have normally sent guards to go deal with the troll while we have this going on in the first place. But one of our other well-known clansmen is keen on trying to find these crystals or whatever he's after. He thinks it can be a potential new source of wealth. I think we should focus on what we're good at. But
you should focus on what you're good at, which is clearly not making decisions about whom to fight and whom not to.
Iginius.
Yes.
Look around you.
Also, it's Iginius. Thank you very much.
Iginius.
Sorry.
Iginius, is that you?
My player got it. I got it wrong, not my player. So, can you say it again?
Iginius.
Iginius. What do you see here?
Filth.
You missed the fantastic stonework and woodwork?
No, I noticed that. The woodwork...
The woodwork that's recent, they did.
Well, yes, the central structure, yes.
And is excellent. Instead of coin, ask for artwork. It's worth more in the long run.
Excellent point.
NFTs, bro. No.
Jeez. No.
These are fungible.
They'll appreciate an asset. They'll appreciate value.
I'm pretty sure you can touch these.
I will definitely sort of have an appreciative nod towards Rayvinda. Excellent suggestion, my friend.
Sculpture.
Speaking of RimWorld,
Wood block prints, wood carvings, stone sculptures.
wooden sculptures.
Any
It's fine.
any artisans?
But regardless, getting to the point. So you squandered your forces attacking a troll that you knew was staying in ruins,
Mm-hmm.
and you, instead of protecting your fort against the actual threat that was coming in.
I can't.
I
I don't.
want to get this clear.
I don't control the people. Once the idea was pitched, the clansmen left on their own initiative. It's not my
So
job to
what
tell
you're
people
saying
what to do.
is we can go ask everyone else ourselves to drum up our own force to attack the troll because you don't have any say.
I don't think
can't
we should
have it
go
both
after
ways.
Troll yet.
While you can do that,
Mhm.
you're pretty much dooming everyone here if we get an attack during that time. It's not like they happen
what's
at.
What's the fastest turnaround that they've ever attacked twice in a row? Of course, you people don't pay attention to this. Never. I'm asking the wrong person.
Probably around 3 days.
Okay,
And when was the last time
Do
they
that.
attacked?
let's go after the most recent one. So
The last
We'll
time
wait
they
for them to
attacked
attack
was
you.
probably 5 or 6 days ago.
we should wait for another attack if we're planning to make a foray.
If you want to learn more about the troll, you can go talk to Vecker Dinkik.
I'm not sure why we're so worried about the troll anyways. I mean, Julius here is just going to befriend it for us.
Valid point.
Well, again, Gnit, while I have honed my powers of persuasion, I'm skilled in building bridges with people with whom I don't necessarily share much in common. You must understand that each individual has very specific and unique circumstances which may drive them to violent action, while the one frost troll proved amenable to cognitive behavioral therapy. Others might be a little bit more hostile. While that is, of course, plan A, we do need a good plan B and potentially even C.
But I thought you were a therapist. You can do it.
Only if the subject is willing.
Don't give up on your patient.
Okay.
We haven't even met this patient yet.
Indeed, he needs to become my patient first.
Right.
Well, gentlemen, it seems that we're at something of an impasse.
I mean, yes, it's also, I'm assuming, like, evening at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting late. Sun's almost all the way down.
Yeah. I'm going to let myself into the keep. What do we want to call Athias's house?
The keep.
Whitestone Manor.
The Whitestone Manor. I'm going to let myself into the Whitestone Manor and warm up by the fire, and I'm going to peruse any of his shelves to find anything to read.
Okay. He's got a lot of different books. Most of them are historical, ancient texts, texts having to do with various magical artifacts. Everything pretty much pertains to his line of work.
Does anything appear to be written on local items?
You don't see anything in like these bookshelves that seem relevant to the Frozen Frontier or the Svens.
Sure. I'll just find one for like an old Chilaxian
Cool.
region and start reading. That's all I'll do for the rest of the night before eating and sleeping.
You read about a special book of runes that was used by a Chilaxian noble who wished to be he wanted to be a part of the Hell Knights, and he wanted to be a Hell Knight signifier, but he himself couldn't do any magic. So he had a magic friend of his create this book of runes where each page could be used a number of times, and he kind of became the magical like trap specialist for his battalion of Hell Knights that he was a part of. And he would go across the battlefield and set up traps and place things down, and then he would get his mage friend to replenish the pages every so often.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Just for ease of play, I'm going to do this a lot.
No worries.
Don't feel like you have to make up a story every
time.
Like, I'm going to pick up a book and read.
I love making that shit up, and you never know if you guys end up coming across any of it and then end up getting them. So
I mean, I'm assuming I read more than just that snippet story. I'm going to read as much of this book as I can before I go to sleep. And I'm going to do that pretty much whenever we're in a civilized area.
Dig it. What is everyone else doing this eve?
I'm working on my bow, and then I'll rest and eat. Or eat and rest.
Cool.
In that order.
I'm gonna try to scavenge up some alcohol.
Very easily done. Very easily done.
Gnit is going to be looking for wherever the workers or the most people are gathering. I don't know if they have some tavern-like place or maybe just an open campfire somewhere or wherever they're kind of gathering after the workday. And he's going to, regale them with stories of his past and his adventures, and
so
maybe listen to a few as well.
Between the docks and the Whitestone Manor, there's a giant kind of like fire pit, and everyone like sets up tables and puts food out and has drinks and is just all around standing. Everyone's like standing around and talking. Some people are sitting on some logs and some things like that, and they're all just having a jovial time, kind of relaxing after another long work day. If you want to, you can go ahead and roll either persuasion or performance.
Okay, I'll roll performance.
Go for it.
I got an 18.
18, great. Everyone is, really engaged in your stories and your tales and travels, and you guys at some point all start singing a song together, and it's all very happy, and you're like dancing on the tables while everyone else is having around the fire pit, and it's a good old time. If any of you guys, everyone's pretty much able to hear this across the fort, so if anyone else feels like joining in, feel free to. And the spirits have been lifted. Everyone was really tired from a long workday. Everyone is still tired, but seems pretty rejuvenated, at least in mentally and emotionally. So, very, very good. A good swell time.
Yeah, I'll definitely join in on that. Oh, by the way, you should hit the tavern music. Just.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Good idea. Yeah.
We got the tavern music.
Yeah, definitely gotta join in on that. And see if I can spot out this gentleman that we're supposed to meet, Vakir.
So Vakir is his title. He's the provided. It's a class of people that they receive more benefit from the clan than they provide. Due to whatever circumstance. But it's Dinkick.
Dinkick. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can suss out who Dinkick is and if he's around.
You're able to find him drunkenly arm wrestling people, just like slamming people's hands down on the table, like food's flying everywhere off these like food tables. These are tables not meant to be eaten on, just put food everywhere kind of thing, and he is just like wham! Like he is a big strong guy. And he's laughing like heartily, and everyone's having a good old time. So you can approach him.
Oh, good evening.
Hello there. Are you guys the people that saved those materials from the cart?
That we are.
Well done indeed.
Thank you.
Was supposed to go and see what was up with the cart myself, but we were just having, too much fun around here that I just decided that I'd put it off until the next day. But good on you guys for taking care of that for me. Thank you.
Why, of course, but you may say that we did you a bit of a favor.
Yeah. That's kind of what this whole place is about, right? Everyone's kind of chipping in and doing favors for each other. And then you hear someone from across the table, "Hey, Dinkick, when's the last time you ever chipped in, you fuckwit?" And then everyone just, starts laughing, and... yeah.
So you owe several favors.
What I lack in returning favors, I make up for in, good ale and good times.
What if I told you you could perform one significant favor that may wipe the slate clean, tabula rasa, so to speak?
And he takes, a big swig of his drink. And what favor might that be?
The frost roll.
Oh. The frost roll. I see. Well, they've already sent people to handle that, so we might not even
They
be
haven't
needed.
returned.
Sure, but frost rolls can take some time, some planning, you see.
Well, if that's the case, then if we sojourn out there, then presumably it'll be much ado about nothing.
That's the hope, right? Having all of the problems taken care of.
Yes, but you see, I'm not so concerned with the frost roll so much as where it is, where it resides, what else might be down there.
Oh, those ruins. Yes. See, I had heard about these crystals. I can't seem to remember where I heard them from, but I heard about these crystals that provide some sort of magicalness, and I feel like we could get these and sell them, and maybe we'll be able to buy more stuff over here than just meat and ground vegetables and cheap ale, and really get this place good and going. So I let Ramonda know. She shut it down, of course, as she always does. And then I spread the word, and people just kind of took it upon themselves to go deal with it. So, fingers crossed.
While I admire your tactics, perhaps a little bit of a guiding hand is needed in this situation.
I see. And, you propose that the way to do this is to accompany you on this venture.
That's correct.
Well,
Love the confidence.
tell you what. If you can beat me in an arm wrestle, I will happily join you on your trip to vanquish this frost troll.
Let's see.
Are you in, little elven man?
Sidebar.
Shane's like, companion
Gnit.
quest in the chat.
Gnit. What is your strength?
Gnit?
Oh,
Yes,
it's got
I'm
giant
seriously-
muscles. They're really big. I can do it.
He uses his whole body.
It's only 8. It's only 8.
It's only 8. Fuck. Okay. All right. We are so fucked. All right. Hold on. I have an idea.
I'm just finishing up one of my stories, and I'm going to kind of come over to where Julius and Baker are speaking. And hey, who's your new friend, Julius? What's going on here?
Ah,
Oh, well.
the little one has the most magnificent voice I've ever heard. Come, and he kind of like taps the table for you to like get on.
All right, and I jump up and sit down on the table where he tapped. It's like,
Weird.
hey, how are you?
We're just about to have a glorious contest of strength.
Oh wow, I love contests. That's amazing. Who, you and Julius?
Yeah, and he kind of like sticks his arm on the table and he looks at you dead in the eyes, Julius, and is like, "What say you?"
Don't worry, Julius. You can do it. You can do it.
Well, clearly victory is out of the question. However, if I can stave off your victory for, let's say, half a minute, I believe that is as realistic a goal as is feasible for a, as you say, slender elf like myself. What do you say? Is that a fair compromise?
Test of endurance, then.
Indeed.
Okay, if you can last a minute against the biggest arm in Fort Mantarin, then I shall go with you on your quest.
All
I'd
right.
like to kind of. Oh, go ahead.
What are you gonna say?
Thus continuing my lifelong struggle to last a minute. So,
All right,
nothing new here.
Gnit's gonna slide up next to Julius and try to whisper to him, "Don't worry, I'll help you out. You know, we can do it."
Okay. I
Together.
don't know what.
All right.
Friendship is magic.
I don't know what the plan is. However, I am going to have Kate sit under the table by his feet, and I assume as a little cat, he did not notice Kate sit under the table.
Yeah, he's too drunk for that.
And I will, and so I believe engaging in the arm wrestle. That's 2 actions, right? So then I can use an action to command Kate to do something.
Yeah, you can set it up. What do you?
All right.
What do you? All right.
Basically, when I'm like really gonna lose, she's just got to sink her claws into his ankle.
All right, and-
Got it.
Ow.
So this is an athletics roll.
Well,
Okay.
Gnit is going to aid him. Like, I'd like to actually use the aid action here. That's how I'm gonna help.
Okay.
And I'm gonna aid him by telling a
Shooting on multiple fronts,
fantastical
Frank.
tale and distracting the drunk. You know, while this arm wrestling competition is
Nice.
going on. You know.
Nice.
Um,
Does that give him a +2? Is that what that does?
critical success is a +2. A success is a +1.
Okay, so you're gonna roll your check then.
Yeah.
So performance or again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Performance.
Go for it.
An 8.
An 8. Ah.
Yep. An 8.
He kind of like, as they're kind of like beginning their arm wrestle, he kind of like puts like this giant, like meaty finger like to your face. And is like, "Not now, little one. I have a contest to win."
Actually, I just want to point out that that's a critical failure because I get +7, so that's like a nat 1. Just to let you know.
He's focused.
Okay.
He's focused on winning this shit. All right, ready?
There we go. Yep. Athletics. Here
Yep.
we go. Hey, I'm trained in it. Hell yeah. Okay.
What did you get?
Surprise.
I got a 13 plus 5, so that is an 18.
Okay. Okay.
Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm gonna tell you right now. A minute goes by, and he's barely like you've kept him almost in the middle for the whole minute. Your arm is pretty
Sounds
sore
good.
afterward, but he's like he's really trying. He gets you to kind of like dip in a little bit sometimes, but you hold him there a minute strong, no issues. And he
That
like
is 61 seconds, is it not, my friend?
he like
I
lets
say
down
to
his arm and he kind of sighs and he's like, and then he slams the table and he's like, "What a glorious challenge that was! You, my friend, have proven yourself to be the second biggest arm in Fort Mantarin. I can safely say that no man or woman has lasted that long against me.
I knew you could do it, Julius. That's great. You're good at everything.
All right. Well, a favor is a favor. So I shall accompany you to fight this frost troll. Shall we go now? It's like dark. He's drunk off his ass. And he like stands up and he's like, "Oh, are we going?"
After breakfast.
Sounds good to me. And then he just kind of like sits down and then like falls backwards off the bench of the table and is just laughing like drunkenly, like his ass off. Just like, oh, glorious. And he just looks off in the distance. And he's out for the count.
You're very
Not all
nice.
there right now.
So you guys are enjoying that. People are reading. Rayvinda was resting and eating.
And
Rev
working on
is
my bow.
I'm gonna get myself some food too. Actually.
Yeah. Eating, drinking with everyone, as you said, and you kind of feel a chill.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
Everyone.
The
does?
temperature drops. The fire pit snuffs out just like that. And
Why?
you can just hear Ramonda's voice from across the fort just yelling, "They're coming! Prepare! Prepare!" And people are staggering to get their asses up. But you notice that everyone has these kind of like, everyone seems like championed almost, like revitalized. Their spirits are ready, like they are ready for this fight. After hearing the engaging tales that Gnit has spun for the evening and joining in the music and merriment, they just take this momentum and run with it and just charge out towards the eastern side where the undead typically come from. And where
Shall we go for a bit of a hunt, my friend?
Yeah. Heck yeah. It's been so long since I've seen an undead. Maybe there'll be a lich with them. Do you think there'll be a lich with them? Let's
Nope.
go.
Put that one. Try to remember which way I put it. Aha! Here we go.
All right,
Okay.
so I think that means that we, or me at least, I'm not sure if Julius is actually following me or not, but I'm kind of following the large crowd of people towards the gate where the undead are.
Yep.
A distance, but Kate's with you.
Battle
I'm-
music
I'm
commences.
running as fast as my tiny legs will take me, so I'm definitely towards like the front of it.
Ignore the catapults, please. They don't have catapults aiming at you.
Okay.
Okay.
No catapult.
It's part of the map. There are no dead bodies in the streets. There are no catapults that are being used by the undead. That would be frightening, actually.
Yeah, they could be launching themselves at us.
All right, you guys can place yourselves here behind the barricades and whatnot where you want.
And
If
go
anyone
around.
wants to
So
kind of
it's
be
not-
on the battlements, you can do that as well. However you want to do it.
Where's this group of people at?
The
Crowd.
the guards and
Crowd?
stuff.
Yeah, like the crowd. We went the same way as the crowd, right?
Yes, the guards are like, everyone has kind of like gone off this way, gone off this way, gone off this way, eastern, but still like north and southeast as well. Everyone is kind of skirmishing against their own groups of undead, and you guys have come to this side to fight against this group yourselves.
Is
So
there a grid for this map?
this map, unfortunately, I couldn't get with the grid like the other ones did. But I feel like it shouldn't be too hard for us to kind of like make it make sense.
Yeah.
They kind of like snap into place still a little bit sometimes too.
Can we be outside the walls or no?
You can be outside, you can be on top of the battlements.
All right, where's the gate at? Like that we would have had to have emerged.
It would have been right
Is
here,
it? Right
Yeah.
here? Okay.
in the center.
I mean, I'm all for us staying on the inside of the gatehouse side.
Did
You know.
did the crowd of people come outside the gate?
Yeah, they kind of like,
Because I followed
Oh.
them.
yeah, everyone like ran outside in different directions and all came out to like fight different groups of undead. The wolves are decrepit like undead dogs. I just don't have a specific token for that. They're not wolves.
Okay. All right.
So at this point, everyone is going to be doing initiative.
All right. Perception.
Does this little
Yeah.
barricade thing not enough for me to use stealth to hide?
I would say yeah, that's fine.
It's just a D20 plus perception, or
Yes.
okay, yeah. Then I got a 21.
I also got a
Or wait.
21.
No, 22 because it was 17 plus 5.
I still only got a 21.
I still got a 6.
Okay.
12.
21, 22, 6, 12,
17.
17. Okay, so I'm gonna put you guys in first. So
First there, last to go. All right.
Raven, Rayvinda, Iginius, Julius,
There was a
Gnit.
initiative thing, but it's disappeared on my screen. I don't know where it went.
Oh what?
The initiative
there-
thing was disappeared off my screen.
I'm
The sticky
assuming
notes
you're gonna
on the
bring
map.
that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map, but I can't see it.
It's like transparent. It's really hard to see.
Oh,
Maybe it's
yeah,
because I'm
okay.
typing on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think- yeah. I did see
Maybe
that.
just put it like right above the map.
I can see it.
I think it's because I'm typing on it though. So when I'm done typing,
okay.
we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna roll initiative for these guys. Okay. Pounds. And then the zombies.
Zomboys. Zomboy.
What about girls?
I don't know.
And you know, what kind of representation do we have regarding the undead? You know,
You guys are welcome to do.
Zombies.
You guys are
they all
welcome.
ages and all?
I
like,
think
don't know.
that's the default of undead. I don't think
Yeah,
undead have
sounds
gender at
great.
all. I think all undead are NBs. Absolutely.
Dude, why are they all green? Seems a little racist.
It's the tokens I had. You guys are, yeah, remember, you can use recall
What are
knowledge.
you saying about token?
You guys can recall knowledge on your turn as an action if you want to learn what these are specifically. Can everyone see the sticky note?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
That's the initiative order. Raven, you are first.
Yeah. I want to shoot this guy over to where I'm facing.
Okay, that
This
guy?
Yeah.
Cool.
That would be gunblade. Right? Second.
Roll your shit. Roll your shit.
Yeah, I got an 18, so
That definitely hits. And you just gotta roll your damage. Your damage.
and that was a 1d6, correct?
Yeah.
5. Let's go.
5. Cool. You take a shot. You shoot him square on. I mean, he's still coming for you, but it's a good shot.
Let's go.
That's one action.
You get 2 more.
Let's see. I can shoot again, right?
Yeah, it's just a
Or
-5 penalty to the attack.
Should I try to maybe cast a spell?
Risk
You know what?
it.
I'm just gonna shoot again.
Risk it for the
So
biscuit.
you'd have
Risk it fit. Risk it
your
for the
second
biscuit.
action would be reloading your bow, your crossbow.
No, he has a gun.
No, I have a gun
Gun.
sword. 13.
So it'd still have to reload his gun, right?
He has like I think we reasonably said he has like 6 shots before he
11.
reloads.
Oh, he has one of those flip guns. Nice.
Yeah. So what'd you roll?
That's an 11 overall.
11. Ah, okay. Didn't hit. So that shot goes kind of at his feet. At their feet.
Unfortunate. And then. Disrupt Undead is a cantrip. Am I still able to use that, or?
Yeah. If it's one
Yeah.
action.
I think it is. I think so. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Right? Do it.
All right.
What does it need from you? Is it an attack roll or do I need to save?
Casting time 1 standard action. It's a School of Necromancy. I do not know what the save is. 1 second. And it has to be within 25 feet. Is that close enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially since you're like, I feel like elevation it kind of helps extend that a little bit.
Yeah.
Disrupt undead.
It doesn't say what the saving throw is on this site.
Your character has the same saving throw.
Saving throw is fortitude.
Yeah, so it says
Oh,
you deal
So
damage
before-
plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which for you is charisma. So I have to make a basic fortitude save. And if I critically fail, I'm also enfeebled. But Disrupt Undead is 2 actions, actually.
oh, the other one said it was 1.
Unless you might be looking at 1st edition, saying that it's a standard action.
Oh, might be.
Yeah. So, can't do
Hopefully.
that this turn.
I'm just gonna end my turn then.
Cool. Sounds good. Rayvinda.
Okay, so since I'm in cover, I don't know if undead can be affected by precision damage, but I will. My first action will be to stride over to this guy.
Okay.
Myself right here, so that I have a 30-foot move. Right.
Yep.
My second action will be to strike, with it being flat-footed.
Good.
It's a D10. Okay, 13 plus 6, so 19 for my hit.
Definitely hit.
And I do 8 points of regular damage, and if it's susceptible to the backstab, it's another 4 damage.
It is, and it, you notice with your curved blade, as you slice at this guy, like, the body, like, as you slice, the flesh just moves out of the sword's way. And you just clean this guy cut in half.
Okay.
So he's
So
just, his
weird.
body is now in 2 pieces on the ground. He's donezo. But you notice that it was really easy to slash through this guy.
Interesting. And my third action I will use to cast shield.
Sounds
Raising
good.
my armor class to 18.
Oh!
Oh no.
The map's back.
Oh, it's all good.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
Fine.
Cool.
No problem.
Alright.
Disregard the dissolution of reality.
It's back. It's all back to normal.
Ooh, okay.
Temporary setback, yeah.
It is the hound dog's turn. All the hounds are gonna go together. So this hound is gonna come over this way. And then this hound is gonna get here, not quite make it. This hound's gonna come over here come at Kate. So for the hound's attack on Rayvinda, let's see how it does. We got a 21.
That would hit.
Okay. And that is... Okay. That is 7 damage. And do you guys know what the ruling is? Like, if an attack just has knockdown, do you just do that if you hit? Or is it...
Usually it's an action.
Because it says bite, and then it says 1d4 plus 3 plus knockdown. So I'm just like... I've never
Some
seen
sort of
that.
saving throw.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Do you have like a combat maneuver?
It's a...
Knockdown is a fighter flourish, according to this.
It looks like it's a feat or something, too. It's just... Okay, it's an athletics check to trip.
So it has to make an
Okay.
athletics check.
Yeah. And I guess it...
What's it targeting?
I don't know if that would
Probably
be...
my reflex. Because it knocks you off balance.
Okay. So would that just be like you'd make your reflex into a DC then?
I would believe so,
Okay.
yes.
Reflex plus 10. What?
This says knockdown for beasts. The monster's last attack has to be a successful strike with that list knockdown as its damage entry. In fact, the monster just knocks the target prone.
There you
It's
go.
an extra action to knock it prone.
That's gonna do that. So
Okay.
it bites you for 7 damage and it knocks you down. And then the other one's gonna attack Kate with a solid 9.
Nope.
Pretty sure Kate's fine. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Those hounds are done. Iginius.
Okay, can I stride to here
Yep.
with the 20-foot movement?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
That's fine.
Then I will spell strike it with the Gouging Claw.
Mess it up.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Awesome. Alright.
Is Gouging Claw... What type of damage is Gouging Claw?
That's a great question. Well, the Warflail is definitely bludgeoning.
Okay.
Slashing or piercing.
Got it.
So I'm going to go slashing after witnessing Rayvinda's attack on
Good.
it. Okay, so for bludgeoning, it is a grand total of 6 damage, and then for the gouging claw slash that comes through afterwards, it is 8 slashing.
Cool. Yeah, your Gouging Claw just you smack it down and just rip through the center of its body. Just gone in half again. The flesh just moves out of the way. No issues.
Exact. Pass the turn.
There you go. Alright, zombie's turn. This zombie is gonna make it to you. This zombie's not gonna quite make it anywhere. This zombie's also not gonna quite make it anywhere. This zombie's gonna make it to Kate. So we got one against Iginius and one against Kate. So the one on Iginius is gonna attack. 15.
Nope.
Figured. And against Kate, 15.
That matches. So that hits, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So great.
I'm sorry. Sorry, it won't happen again. No, it doesn't. Sorry. I had a higher dex mod than I thought. So no, sorry. My AC is 16.
Perfect. You guys are fine.
Okay.
The other zombies
Alright.
don't make it. Those ones don't hit you. You're all good to go. Julius.
Okay. So, first thing I'm gonna do is try and slow this pup down. A wolf. Okay. with Tanglefoot. So it's a spell attack. And that is 23.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the dog or the wolf right next to Kate should be immobilized.
Cool.
Okay. Then AOO is not really a thing in this game, right?
Not unless they have it as like an ability.
Right, which most enemies don't.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So then Kate is actually going to turn and cat pounce over here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Alrighty. Blah, 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 blah. And that probably doesn't hit. Yeah, because that's like 9.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah. However, cat pounce is 1 action.
Got it.
Oh, but I'd get a second attack penalty, right, for on the second roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while I'm here,
Might as well.
it's worth that. Yeah, exactly. Hey, all right. So we are looking at a 17.
Hit.
Cool. All right, I will hit with my. Oh, she's gonna have to bite him. Ew. Heyo, 8 damage. Damn.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. Kate takes a big chunk out of the zombie's leg. The zombie is hurting, but it's still up and determined to attack the fort.
Gotcha. All right, and yeah, I commanded Kate, so that's my turn.
Great. Gnit.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do is try recall knowledge arcana to see if I can learn anything about anything here.
I will tell you for
that's
undead, you're
undead
gonna
or
want to
religion.
use religion.
Is it religion? I thought undead were.
It's religion unless you have a specific lore that would relate to it more.
Okay. All right. Then I will not do arcana. I'll just do religion, which is +0.
You never know.
Or no?
I got an 8.
Okay. Cool. With an 8, you are able to determine that these guys are like zombie shamblers, which is like a zombie at like lower capacity. These guys are weaker than the average zombie.
Okay. And with my other action, I'm going to go ahead and cast Electric Arc, targeting the 2 closest zombies, the one that's next to Kate and then the one that's directly in front of me.
Cool.
They get a reflex save.
Reflex save?
Yeah.
Alright. One of them got an 11, the other one got a nat 20.
Nice.
So
Alright,
we'll say
So
that
the zombies.
we'll say
Yeah, 17 is.
we'll say that the one that's being bitten by Kate failed, and the other one is perfectly fine. He was just like, eh.
Okay. All right.
It looked like the Matrix because zombies
He's a
are
trooper.
actually just slow.
All right.
He kind of falls to the side slightly, and it just completely whips.
He actually just drops to the ground. Ugh.
Splat.
What's the damage?
5 damage.
Is it a
Actually,
basic
over.
saving throw? So like,
Basic reflex saving.
okay, so
It's half if you get a success, and it's 0 damage if you
Yeah.
get a critical success.
cool. And you said how much damage for the other one?
5 for the first one and 8 for the second one. Or if you want to half it, I guess 4.
Oh, he made a nat
E
20,
crit.
so he-
Yeah,
Critic
nat 20.
success, So 0.
Oh, it was nat 20. Okay.
Yeah. So
So can we
but yeah,
maybe
that
do
was
some mumbo jumbo
just
over? The 8
5
goes to the
damage
first
then.
one, the 5 goes to the other. Yeah, I don't know.
we're
No,
doing.
5.
Yeah.
We'll just say we'll say that the other guy's untouched, and the one being bitten by Kate takes the takes 8, and just kind of like zaps, and also falls to the ground, but is dead instead of really dodgy.
Kate's fur stands up on end.
The leg in Kate's mouth
Static
is still
electricity.
the leg in Kate's mouth is still standing up. The body just fell off of it.
Nice, nice. All right, I guess that puts Raven up.
Yep. Riven.
All right. I think what I'm going to do is this zombie right there, the one in the middle.
Yeah.
My cursor is. That one.
You'll probably want to just like scoot over here on the battlements.
Yeah, just
Just have a-
slightly. Just
yeah.
I'm a little bit.
Yeah.
Closer to
There you go.
that guy. He's gonna get the disrupt undead. This time it's happening.
This time it's happening. All right.
This time
I
it's
just have to
happening.
do a basic fortitude save. What's your DC?
1 second, I have to scroll back up. I always. Class DC 15.
All right. He got a 17.
Oh,
So he'll take half of the damage, which I think
Oh.
is 1d6 plus your modifier positive damage.
all right. And then first I have to roll to even do it, right? Which is charisma. Oh, well. Not
So
gonna
what's-
work to begin with.
Well, it's not an attack. I just roll a save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what's your? You just roll a d6 and add
Okay.
your modifier.
All right. I got a 5, and then it's half, I believe. What did you say?
What is that with your charisma modifier? The 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So it's half. So we'll say takes 2. But when you zap him with it, it looks like that positive energy is like really stinging him. Like the zombie is like, if they could show pain, this is what it would look like. Did not feel good.
If they had nerve receptors.
If they had nerve receptors, that's what it would be. Yeah. He's not happy with that.
Yeah, I was kind of okay.
Are you
So
so
I was
you
wondering
moved
if they
Yeah.
work because they don't really have a mind, right?
since you moved and did that, that'll be your turn. So
Yeah.
Rayvinda.
Stand up for one action.
Yep.
Take a step. So then I'm beside the thing and whack it with my sword.
Do
It's
it.
my third action.
Do it.
And I'm going to use a free action on the wolf or whatever it is. Speaking in Necrol, the language of the dead, I'm going to order it to attack the zombie beside it and see if that does anything.
Okay.
Because I actually can speak the language it understands.
Worth a shot.
What's
Yep.
a shot?
The freebie action, who knows?
Okay.
Okay, I got a natural 20 on my attack. So we just doubling the damage
Just-
and the modifier, right? Like, I
Yeah.
don't roll another die, right?
Just
So it'll be a
just
total of
describe.
12 damage.
You can just describe how you kill him. This guy doesn't have
Uh,
enough health to warrant being alive after a crit.
As I stand up, or as I get up, I do a somersault. And so as I'm coming up to full height, I swing my sword. It slices through its neck, and I come complete around and just missing my ally. But it was all perfectly controlled.
Beautiful. And you're gonna try to persuade the Death Hound?
I'm just using because it's not an action, I can't use any skills for it. I'm just hoping maybe by speaking in the language of the undead that it figures I'm allowed to, and because my connection to the negative energy plane is actually fairly strong.
Gotcha. When you speak at it, you don't get any acknowledgement back.
No, I wasn't expecting that,
Yeah.
but I'll see
Doesn't-
what its action is, right? Because I think they're next.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
The hounds. His hound is gonna go back and try to attack Kate again.
It needs to.
Oh, right.
become,
It's
not-
immobilized.
Yeah.
What's the Is that just like athletics to get out then, probably?
Let's see. It can attempt to escape against your spell DC to remove the penalty and immobilize condition. It doesn't actually say.
I'm pretty sure it's either athletics or acrobatics. Like you have a choice of which one you want to try to use.
Yeah.
You got a 17.
That will succeed. Yeah, my DC is 16. Yeah.
Great. He'll come over here, and he'll bite, but he's not going to be able to do the knockdown then, because that's 2 actions to get out and move.
Gotcha.
So this will be his last action.
That's a cantrip.
And that's only a 9 to hit, so.
9.
And then this guy's going to kind of like make his way over to Gnit.
No, that didn't work then. Great.
And that's a 16.
Hit.
Okay. That's gonna be 5 damage, and you're knocked down.
That
So-
hurt, you know.
The hound just like snips at you and then pushes you down. Okay, Iginius.
So
It's
this
you.
zombie.
Oh, yeah.
is-
This
is
guy's-
no longer
this guy's
in action,
dead.
right?
Goodbye.
Okay, so then I will first I'll enter Arcane Cascade. It's my
Cool.
first action, and then I will stride over here,
Great.
and then I will make an attack on the head.
Do it.
You popping it?
20 to hit.
Yeah.
So that's 12.
Good fairy bopping.
That's how much?
Rabbit.
12 bludgeoning.
12 bludgeoning damage.
And 1 what are is the basic? 1 magic damage of some kind.
Cool.
Force.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, you bring your weight with it and smash it down. It's kind of like it gets pushed to the ground by your weapon and is able to kind of get back up, but it's like wobbly.
Oh, it's force damage.
So it's the hound's feeling wobbly as it stands back up from your smack. That was a big hit. Big hit on it. The Zoms. I'm gonna maneuver here. Try to. This guy's gonna take damage and just ignore the spikes as it walks through him. So first we're gonna attack. Yeah. First we're gonna attack Julius for a nat 20.
Ooh!
Well then.
Yikes!
Nice.
You
Yikes!
should have tried diplomacy.
Just,
Now, please, sir. I know you want to buy my face. However, proposition for you. I have several other people who are near me. who would
Okay.
willingly offer their faces.
it's
They're
is
much
it
younger. Their flesh is more supple.
in this
yeah.
game? Is it double damage, not double dice, right? Double damage, right?
Yeah, that's what we've
Yeah.
been doing.
So okay, so it's gonna do 12 damage.
Oh,
Are you
Okay.
still up?
Yes.
Okay, it's also gonna grab you. So it
Grappled?
just like as it hugs you, it just like smacks you on the back with both of its arms,
Gotcha.
and it's holding on.
Okay.
The other guy's gonna attack Iginius after taking some damage for 18.
That matches, yeah.
All right, and this guy's gonna do 7 damage.
Good.
All right, and then it is Julius's turn. You're hugged.
Yeah, I am.
You're being grabbed.
Friend, I have a few things to tell you about personal space and boundaries. Much as I appreciate the gesture. Okay, so I'm grabbed, meaning is that like immobilized or yeah, like I need to take some kind of action to become ungrabbed, right?
Yeah.
And I can't really do like for instance a spell with any kind of somatic component is
Right.
not possible in this condition, correct?
Yeah, the only attack you could do is if a spell didn't have a somatic component, or if you were able to bite someone.
Okay, gotcha. Follow-up question. Could my animal companion theoretically do something to make him ungrab me? It would be like an opposed strength check or something, right?
I mean, Kate can attack him and potentially kill him. Kate, if Kate gets into a grapple with him in its own, and wins, that'll override your grapple.
Yeah, but in all likelihood, not so much. Right. Okay, but yeah, Kate will act. I think I'll do that first just to see what happens. Will pounce.
Okay.
Unless the hound has an AO,
Nope.
but it doesn't sound like it does.
None of that
Okay.
for the
AO. All right, so that is 19 to hit on the pounce. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then yes! I'll just X. So that's 8 damage.
Okay.
And then follow up. Yeah, that's a 4. So yeah, I think that totals out to like an unnatural 1 or something like it. It's low. Okay, all right. So
And Kate's biting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Kate takes a bite and does some damage. The dude's still holding on to you. It's hurt, but it's fine.
Yeah. But he's alive. Okay, got it. All right. So then I need to do some kind of opposed strength check on him.
Yeah. You can
Is
do
that one
athletics
action?
or acrobatics.
Oh, I'll do athletics. I'm actually trained in that. Is that 1 action or 2?
It's 1. Make it
1.
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Ayo. All right. We got a 21.
Yeah, you break out of there.
Okay.
Break out of his grasp.
All right. Trying to figure out what's the
He just wanted a hug.
what's the move. Yeah, he did just want a hug. I know. And
Hug hurt though.
I yeah, again, like I needed to teach him something about like personal
You didn't
boundaries.
ask
Personal
Instead.
boundaries, guys. God.
Exactly. So given that he's, violated my personal boundaries like this, I'm just gonna whack him with my staff.
Get him.
6 feet of space.
Get him good. Get him good.
Get him good. All right. Yeah, that's 22.
Yeah.
Now for the very underwhelming follow-up, which is my damage dice. Okay. All right. 6.
That's
Cool.
pretty good.
0.
Yeah. Between that attack and Kate's attack, this guy just was like, and just like gets knocked down to the ground. He's dead.
All right. Teamwork
Yeah, Gnit.
with myself.
Gonna work.
Knit.
All right, so Knit's going to stand up and go ahead and cast, what is it, Produce Flame, at the wolf directly in front of him. That
Do it.
hurt you, mangy mutt.
You beat you, bud.
Which is 1 second.
We love Gnit.
He's so good.
26.
Wow.
Roll for that.
Wait, on who? The mutt?
So
You said on the mutt, right?
yeah, the one that just knocked me down.
You got a 26?
Yeah,
That's
I rolled a
that-
19 and I get +7, so 20.
that's a crit.
Nice.
Love Pathfinder
Uh,
2E.
So
You
the
love to
damage
see
for
it.
that is 6, and if it's a crit, we're doubling it, right?
Yep.
It is yeah. So 12
And then
damage.
does it have any like burn extra for crit? when you
Yeah,
do that?
it does. On a critical success, the target takes double damage and 1d4 persistent fire damage. So if it's not dead,
Oh, it's
Well,
a dead
dead or not,
crispy.
it's
It's a
on
dead
fire.
crispy dog. You can smell the already rotten flesh burn in the
Cooking.
air.
He's double dead.
He dead.
And burning fur. Ugh.
Yeah.
You. Hair. Ribs. Gross.
Is that
all right. That's the end of my turn.
cool? Raven.
All right. Well, I guess I'll cast Disrupt Undead again.
On the zone.
Guys,
All right.
that's so Raven.
This dude rolled a 10, so he takes the full
So-
damage, whatever it is.
He takes the L. He takes the L. Let's see. That's a 3 plus 2. So that's a 5.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you blast him with positive energy, and this guy just explodes in a white flash.
Disintegrates, vaporized
Yeah.
into the ashes.
And gone. Gone.
Oh, what was
Happily
that movie?
doesn't leave
That
a scent
reminds
in
me
the
of
air.
movie.
Rayvinda. You should be able to stride twice and make it there if you want to.
Well, I was actually had another plan, so
Okay, go for it.
it's dark out, right?
Yeah.
Well, I can see perfectly well in the dark, so I'm going to go to about here. Scan out where the, like, between the two catapults area type thing, out that way. While I'm casting a spell of harm on myself, I am going to be looking for someone out there who's controlling or watching the undead.
Okay.
So,
Would
perception check.
Yeah, do a perception check.
would detect magic be able to detect magic like leading away from them towards maybe a source of some sort?
You can find out.
All right,
Fuck around
time
and
to try
find
that
out.
next.
Oh,
Time to
I rolled
try
a
that.
19.
You rolled a 19?
6 on perception, so that's a 25.
You don't see a person in the trees, but what you do see is clear tracks leading through to the forest in kind of a straight path. Like, they are not coming from all over the tree line, they are coming from a centralized area.
Nice, and I can track that.
So there you go.
And
then
then
you
I'm going to do my healing, and I have to look up exactly how much that
No
heals.
worries.
My turn's over rather than
Yep.
that.
It's the hound's turn. The last hound. It's gonna go for Kate again. Poor Kate.
I think my luck has run out. I think we're fucked.
Oh, 10!
I'm gonna cast Genie's Bell on Kate using my focus point as a reaction.
Okay, it was
So that's the 20% concealment.
okay.
That is actually an incredibly clutch move.
Alright, so I'll roll to against that.
Big.
And I failed.
Yes!
Let's go.
I did not
Oh
meet
my
the
God.
DC 5 flat check.
That's
It just-
amazing.
You're welcome, Kate.
The dog tries to like bite and just like air wisps and just is like, what the? And it wasn't Kate. And it's just like, what the?
To be clear, you were already my hero. Okay.
Alright, that's the hound's.
Cemented that.
That's the hound's turn. So Iginius.
All right, so I'm gonna stride by. Two things to Julius. One, you good? Two, how long you been holding on to that terrible joke?
I love that.
The
joke.
whole game, baby.
The whole fucking time.
Also, no, not good.
You okay?
Very not good.
No.
Also, I'm real bad.
Deeply no.
But it is a miracle of nature that I'm standing.
All right. And then I'll cast my conflict spell while attacking, sending out a shockwave with. I just let me add it up. My inexorable iron, my thunderous strike.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'll slam down with my giant flail. Is a 16 hit?
Yep.
Awesome. And so then I will do grand total of 5 bludgeoning, plus 1 force, plus 2 sonic.
All right. So you bring your weapon down as you have been on these freaking hounds all the Dulong night, and the thunderous strike just boom, and you just watch the body just like crack and like cave in as the force like pushes both halves kind of like away from each other, and there's just blood smears on the snow, or black sludge smears on the snow,
Cool.
and it's a
Drag the head of the
gonzo.
flail through the
Basically
snow,
just-
clean it off a little bit.
Yeah,
Just blended.
there you go.
Well,
Blended
Iginius,
carcass.
that's disgusting. Good job.
It truly is gross.
All right, you guys have defeated this section of the zombie wave that came through, and you can tell kind of from like the rapturous like cheers and everything from across the fort that everyone seems to be had taken care of it. Everyone's like really feeling the energy from the tales and music that Gnit was providing earlier in the night, and everyone seems to have handled these zombies quite handily across the fort. So
Right.
no
I'm gonna
spin
problems
up
and
whatsoever.
Say, gentlemen,
Yeah, I was coming over to ask you, but go ahead.
I see tracks in the snow or off through the forest.
Well, that's interesting.
Is there
I
any
don't know if you can
snowfall
see
right
them.
now? Is there anything that's gonna mess up the trail before daybreak?
There's no wind going on right now. It's like barely windy at all. It's very still.
But that can change.
Unnaturally still?
Yeah. Yeah.
They've never mentioned a trail before, so I bet these things cover their trails, or whoever's causing it does.
Might be wise to follow it now while we can.
Who's hurt?
At point, just really just point at Julius.
I'm hurt a little bit, but not too bad.
Anyone else?
I'll
Very
perform
well.
a first aid check on Gnit.
Oh, nice.
Guys, I'm almost
Oh, no.
dying.
What does the first aid check do?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works.
Because
You can
in,
heal
in
people.
first edition, it just stabilized.
No, you can actually heal with first aid, I believe. Medicine skill.
I'm gonna cast heal anyway, so don't worry about it.
Oh, well, I was going to say not use our magic out of combat.
Dying or bleeding. You can stop bleeding or stop
Yeah, I
dying.
don't-
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't
Yeah, I
even
don't see
apply.
anything about healing. Yeah. Looks.
No, it's healing out of combat. They have it. It's what you needed.
Well, administer
Maybe
first aid. I'm looking at right now. It's either stop bleeding or stop dying. Like those are the two. You can't
Maybe
like
it's the medicine skill and
generate
not first
flesh
aid?
with a bandage.
Diplomacy. Medicine. Treat wounds. That's what it is. Takes 10 minutes. The target is then temporarily immune to treat wounds for another hour. It's a DC 15.
How much does it heal you for?
You can attempt a DC. It's 15, and it's based on the circumstances of treating the patient.
2d8 it says here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's a
That's
lot.
really good for level 1.
If you're trained in it, yeah.
Yeah, critical success would be 48. So I am trained in it. So I guess you roll it, or do I roll it?
You would. roll.
You're the one who's doing it.
So it's usually okay. It's a 15. My character is. I'm not the greatest at medicine, but I have the skill at least.
Oh, give it a shot.
So if you have the medicine skill, you can do this?
Yeah, followed by a 19 with a +4, or is that +5? Let me look again. +4. That's right. So 19. So you will get 2d8 hit points back.
Sweet.
Impressive.
For a total of 8. Julius, I'll do it to you.
Are
Oh,
we
thanks.
going to spend 20, 30 minutes before we leave? Because it's 10 minutes per thing, right?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
I
10
figure we can
minutes
spend
per-
that. We will notice if a storm starts coming up, right?
Sure, I'll keep watch for one.
Well, so DM, 10 minutes go by. What do we notice in the environment as the medicine is being administered to?
Nothing changes out near the tracks or the forest. inside the fort, people kind of go back to celebration's over. Everyone's kind of like putting things away, carrying tables back in, and kind of settling in for the night.
Can I use detect magic on the tracks and see if I can indeed find a trail with it?
Okay. You do not see any like magic on the tracks. You definitely do see like very residual magic from the bodies as they are still, freshly killed.
Okay.
Okay, well, tell me when I can make the roll for the for Julius's wounds.
Should be good unless someone else wants to do a different check first.
I think that's go for it.
Oh, could I do that to myself while he's doing the?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
trained in
and
medicine,
yeah. I'm trained in medicine.
and we can both do it, right? I
Yeah.
think you get it from multiple sources. Let me double.
All right. 24.
Yeah.
You become immune to treat wounds after.
Yeah, that makes
Yes,
more
so
sense.
That was a condition, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I got 10 back, so I'm very quickly almost back to 100%,
Good.
so we can go.
Good.
Yeah. What about Kate?
So,
Kate's fine. Didn't get hit.
Let's go
She's
find
a
this
sneaky
lich.
gal.
so you guys are gonna try to follow the tracks.
Well, I can see
I
them
love
clear as day because I can see.
Well,
them.
I cast a spell of light just on my flail.
Cool.
To keep it out.
Good.
What
Yeah,
a
the tracks are pretty easy to follow. It doesn't take much time. So as you guys go, you follow the tracks in, and eventually you get to a forest. You're going into the forest, right? Very typical forest. There's nothing spectacularly supernatural or spooky about it at first glance or anything like that. And as you guys are going, eventually you get to a spot where it's like, you could call it a graveyard, but it's not like expert, like crafted like headstones or anything like that. It's not in like neatly formed, rows. It's just, there's
A burial
clearly,
ground.
this is where people were buried, and there are like sticks and stones with writing on it, and a bunch of like empty holes. And you don't see any structures or buildings here. It's just, this is clearly where the Sven people bring and bury their dead in the forest.
If we look in any of these holes, are any of them actual tunnel entrances?
No, as you guys can take your time and check through the holes. They're all, the bottoms of them, the sides of them, they're all pretty solid. It's like just graves.
All right, what if we are? I cast detect magic here. Do we
Okay.
see anything from that?
Nope. Nothing magical about the graves. Still no magic on the footprints. Headstones aren't magical.
For someone coming and going.
What'd you say?
I'm looking for tracks for someone coming and going that are not the zombie tracks.
Okay. You want to give me a perception check for that? Or survival, I guess. I don't know.
No, you can guess.
Roll a number.
19. So another, that's 25 again.
Okay.
I like this green die.
You just roll some fucking dice.
Just roll some fucking dice. Alright.
I rolled.
You don't see any tracks that don't start at like the graves, but it's too neat. It's too, like, the snow is too well put together.
If someone's covering their tracks, because I am trained in survival.
Yeah, it's like,
What it sounds like.
it's like someone has like covered their tracks, but there aren't tracks to be found here.
Can the covered trail be followed for at least a general direction of which way they came from?
Yeah, I'll attempt to do that.
Okay. It can be followed for a bit,
Mm-hmm.
kind of going more northeastward from the gravesite. But you don't get very far before it just kind of tapers off and it just looks like snow.
So
Eventually
northeasterly
would be.
direction from this burial ground.
Yes.
Okay. So further out into the wastes.
Ned, are you any good at climbing trees? Oh, it's dark.
Oh, it's way too dark to see that far up of a tree. Yeah.
Darn.
All right. I guess we head back. Right.
Well, we can ask them about the graveyard and then what's northeast of it.
Well, we'd have to head back to do that.
Yeah.
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 There's no point in
All right.
running around in the wilderness in the middle of the night.
In the night, in the cold.
Gnit is noticeably disappointed as we head home.
Oh, just real quick,
Cheer up,
sorry,
buddy.
before we
We'll
head
find it.
back, can Kate roll? She has scent.
Oh, nice.
Just see if she smells anything. And can. Oh yeah, rather than the trail, see if she can follow the scent.
Okay.
That's actually pretty good. I like that.
Pretty smart idea.
Okay. So
Plus,
that
I
would be
assume
like a.
Rotting corpses wouldn't be too hard to distinguish.
In a way, yeah. So it says, let me just look up. Sorry, I did not have this pulled up because it wasn't combat.
Want to guess perception?
Probably.
It's a guess, though.
I also guess perception.
Yeah.
Nope, it's taken.
Okay, scent involves sensing creatures or objects by smell and is usually a vague sense. The range is listed in the ability. It functions only if the creature or object being detected emits an aroma. For instance, incorporeal creatures usually do not exude an aroma. If the creature emits a heavy aroma or is upwind, the GM can double or even triple the range of scent abilities used to detect that creature, and the GM can reduce the range if a creature is downwind. That's the whole entry. It doesn't actually talk about doing any kind of roll.
You just use
Use
perception. Yeah.
use perception in this particular way. Okay, got it.
I'm going to cast
Okey-doke.
guidance on Kate. Giving her a
Oh.
+1.
+1.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cantrip,
on-
but it's not that great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So then that will wind up being a 14.
Okay. Yeah, Kate's pretty overwhelmed by the stench of the dead that is still lingered here. As you guys go kind of towards like the covered tracks area, it seems like there's kind of like no scent. But specifically Kate doesn't seem to smell like kind of any like undead. The undead scent is all localized in the graveyard area and going back towards the fort.
Oh,
There's not more undead scent going towards the northeast.
okay. Or anywhere else for that matter.
Yeah.
Other than towards the fort.
hmm
Okay.
It's an overwhelming scent, so.
Yeah, I guess
Alright.
our best bet still go back to the fort and ask.
Yep.
We looked around, we found out, and now we're returning.
All right. Good job. Good job fucking around and finding out. Yeah, you guys get back to the fort. Seems like people are sleeping, resting. It's pretty damn late at this point. So you guys are able to get settled into Whitestone Manor and take a rest. Sleepy sleep.
Let's go!
Sleep.
Before I sleep, I perform medicine on myself.
sounds great.
All right.
Yeah, for real.
Wow.
I'm now
All right.
healed.
We have successfully gone for 3 hours. Is this where we want to call it a good stopping point to sleep for
Yeah.
real?
Going
I
to
kind
sleep
of want
as
to.
always. So.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
can play
excited
for at
that there were
least
undead.
12 more hours.
Yeah. I would just like to say, as we kind of like closing out here, that really grateful to all the people who watched. We had like upwards of like 8 people watching, which is high for my streams, and still like a lot of people consistently staying in, which is really cool. And I also just want to thank, like everyone who chatted in, like Shane, Zins, Trapeze, Lord Bovin, Igor. All you guys are great. Thank you to the players as well. I felt like play-wise, besides me just kind of like getting back into the groove of like improving characters, I feel like you guys did a very good job at keeping things running smoothly, and combat went just fine. I felt like the pace of combat was pretty good for the most part, and I'm really stoked. If this is the way we continue to play, I think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, looking forward to 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Yes. Is that good for you, Aries?
weeks.
After all, you
Yes.
worked that out. Cool.
Yes, Trapeze's birthday is that day, but she's chill with it. She's cool.
Awesome. So 2 weeks from now, we will be playing again, which is very
time.
exciting. I'm excited for y'all's characters. I feel like a lot of personality came out in different interactions, which I really enjoyed. So that's really neat as well. And I think the RP went great. I think the combat went good, and I'm excited. I'm excited for more of this. And we didn't have fucking tactical problems, so props to that. More than anything, we got through this without music cutting out, without me turning it off. We got through it without Sonic DCing from the video chat, and really nice, really nicely done. So thanks to everyone who watched. Thanks to the players for playing. I'm excited for more of this game. It is a more traditional start to a campaign, I feel like. So, it's, different random encounters, very go find an object for this rich guy kind of task, but we're gearing up for some good stuff. I'm exciid.
I like the characters so far.
You gotta leave it somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. It was good. It's good characters. Of course, a tabletop game's going to start out.
Yeah.
Not the most.
I mean, at the practice session, you guys got the traditional tavern start, which is what I want. That's always fun.
I enjoyed it.
So yeah, it was.
I'm beginning to
a lot of
understand
fun.
how to read the actual Wikipedia better now, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Good. All right.
Thank
GG,
you.
guys.
Group of
Unsung, thank
skills.
you for running.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unsung.
It's
Actual
exciting to
question.
run a game again and know things without other people knowing things. I like being in the know.
Yeah, you like being the cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would days actually work on an undead? Because,
Nope.
I wouldn't think so, right?
Impervious to mental effects. These undead were like beefier than they were armored up. It's generally how it goes for zombies. You guys were getting hits pretty easily. It was just taking more hits. Except for those guys doing slashing damage. Good job on the slashing damage.
It's all I can do.
And the necromancy, positive energy.
Yeah, positive energy, always a solid choice when it comes to undead. Yeah.
Positivity and diplomacy.
We're gonna kill
Yes,
these guys with
that-
good vibes.
This is, we actually got rid of the fight with good vibes.
Sharp
Let's
knives
go.
and good vibes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Everyone watching, peace out. We will see you guys next time. I'll be back next week. I should be good for Baldur's Gate. We just have to start a little bit later. But I should be good.
And remember, Lore said we can all hang out on his channel and talk about the game with him.
Yeah.
True.
Sure. Anybody who wants to, I'll be on Discord for a while.
Great.
Anybody wants to come and talk or say anything or suggestions, criticisms, I don't know.
Heck
whatever.
yeah.
I'll be around.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Yep. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Awesome.